is a good defender at times again, but he's older. You just go down the line. There's not a lot of Austin Reeves you can attack. So Smart fills a need. It helps. It's something, but does it change my big picture view of the Lakers? No, I still think they are a second-tier contender. Just because you do have LeBron, you do have Luka, you have to respect them. But that's a flawed roster. It's an incomplete roster, I think, is the best way to put it.
It's weird. I'm gonna talk out of both sides right now. I've seen Luka Doncic do more with less than this roster, but not that much less. And at the same time, I just don't see how they fit in the West. The West is too loaded. Oklahoma City's not going anywhere. By the way, the Lakers are 14-1 to win a title. Oklahoma City is not going anywhere. Houston got better adding Kevin Durant and Dorian Finney-Smith, right, subtracting from L.A. The Nuggets got a lot better. They're 8-1 to win a title.
I agree.
Minnesota's not going anywhere. They locked everyone up. The Warriors are going to be better another year with Jimmy Butler, potentially. I think the Clippers got better. I think the Mavericks at 30-1 are still the best value on the board. I don't understand how that hasn't moved. I would take all of those teams before I think about betting the Lakers to do anything in the futures market.
No Kyrie, though, right, for the Mavs?
Yeah, but even then, I still think they have a ton of depth. They have a lot of guys.
To win the title?
They'll get Kyrie back at some point. The goal is you get him back at the end of the year.
I don't think so. I think he said he's not playing.
Really?
He said don't count on it or don't hold your breath. Without Kyrie, I mean, that's, look, Flag, Davis, nice, decent team, but
Lively.
They're 30-1 to win the title, you said?
30-1.
To win the West or the whole thing?
No, the whole thing. No, dude, I think. No, you're under. I think you're under. D'Angelo
I will
Russell.
book all your 30-1s. Text me, tweet me at Will. Not the Will. I'll give you 35-1. They're not.
Derek Lively's back. PJ Washington was awesome last year. Max Christie's a nice little player. Exum's fine. D'Angelo Russell. They'll hold the backcourt together until Kyrie comes back. I think you're underselling how good they're going to be. I think
he's not going to play though. He's not going to play. They're a playing team. They're a playing team.
No. They were playing team this year, and they're going to be better next year. He's ahead of schedule in his rehab.
Well, they had Kyrie last year. They're going to have Kyrie this year. And Davis is going to play how many games? Davis is going to play, what, half the season? I mean, it's not a title team.
No. He may be playing. Nico Harrison on July 14th said Kyrie's ahead of his schedule in his recovery. Injured in early March. He absolutely has. It's an ACL. It's not an Achilles.
All right. Well, you bet it and let me know how it goes.
I will. No, now I'm doubling down. Now I'm all in on the Dallas Mavericks. I love them. Hey, another weird move that happened during the week was Damian Lillard. And trying to make sense of this, I think when you're trying to look at it from a basketball lens is wrong. But Damian Lillard signed a 3-year, $42 million to go back home contract with the Trailblazers. He's now going to make $70 million between his Milwaukee and Portland deals. What do you make of this move for both Portland and Damian Lillard?
I don't get it for Lillard. I don't get it for Portland. They've got a bunch of younger guys at the guard position. Don't you want to just turn the keys over to Scoot and just let the young guys kind of take over the team? I get it from Lillard. They're paying you a lot of money. He's never been a guy where winning has been his priority. He stuck it out in Portland under the guise of loyalty and all of that. And then eventually once he signed his contract, that extension, he asked for a trade, and now he's going back to a place that he has no chance to win. So you can never say Lillard, his main priority is winning. He wants to be the guy. He wants to be loved, all that stuff. So I don't really like it for either team. I mean, I guess I get it from Lillard's standpoint where he gets his money, but I wouldn't really want him as a player too. He's going to be a smaller guard, 38, coming off an Achilles. I think he's a sixth man at this point. So I don't really get it, to be honest.
Yeah, for Portland, this is nostalgia.
Guard, 38, coming off an Achilles. I think he's a sixth man at this point, so I don't really get it, to be honest.
Yeah, for Portland, this is a nostalgia move to sell tickets, but not this year because he is not playing this year. There's no shot of that. So it's for 2 years from now. For Lillard, you're just basically telling us, and I don't fault him for this. I think we hold these athletes to an unfair standard about like winning titles. And he realized he thought he could go chase a title in Milwaukee, and he didn't like his life. He missed his life in Portland. This was a life decision, so I get it from that perspective. But I don't want to hear about legacy and titles and where he ranks and all that ever again when you make these types of decisions at this point.
Why would you sign him now and let him count against the cap in a year he's not going to play, and then return in 2 years?
Just sign him 2 years. Trust me. No one else is signing him, and he apparently didn't want to be anywhere else. Why would you sign him now and let him count against the cap in a year he's not going to play, and then return him 2 years.
I mean, I guess it's cool from the sentimentality standpoint, from a basketball standpoint.
Him, and he apparently didn't want to be
a younger, smaller guard at his age, older player coming off this kind of injury.
I mean, I guess it's cool from the sentimentality standpoint.
I thought it would work. I thought him and Giannis,
again,
I thought that would be beautiful together. I thought that would make a lot of sense. Just never seemed to gel. I mean, that was one Miami was dying to trade for him. They signed a dodgeable there. Not that they're in any great shape, but yeah, very strange move, very strange fit.
Just never seemed to gel. Do you need a proxy? Well, you can join the world's biggest football contest with one trip to Vegas anytime before the season starts.
Yeah, very strange
Trusted
move,
by thousands of players over the last 9 seasons. Winner Circle Proxy has helped clients win over $9.3 million the last 2 seasons. Learn more about using a trusted proxy service. All you have to do is go to visit winnercircleproxy.com/VSiN. Again, that's Winner Circle Proxy, trusted by thousands of players over the last 9 years. Their service helps clients win over $9.3 million over the last 2 years. That's the website, winnercircleproxy.com/VSiN. He's Will Hill. I'm Dustin Sweetelson. It's Live Bet Saturday on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Over the last 2 years, put a bow on the AFC South, where the Texans are your favorite in division. He's Will at plus 110. Year 3 for Stroud and DeMeco Ryans, quarterback head coach combination. They bring in Christian Kirk. They bring in Cam Robinson on the O-line along with Laken Tomlinson. Defense also adds C.J. Gardner-Johnson in the secondary. Do you think it's justified plus 110 them to win the AFC South? On the O-line along with Laken Tomlinson.
Yes, and I actually think even though it's not sexy, you're not going to get a bunch of views if I come on here and say, oh, I'm going to bet the Texans plus 110 to win the division. It cashes.
Yes,
it's not like
I actually
you're hitting some 50-1 long shot here.
You're not going
to value's value. I do think they win the division. I think they're the best of these bunch by a pretty wide margin.
All right,
you're hitting Stroud gets hurt. You probably don't have a great bet, but they've got a quarterback value. They've got a defense. They did move on from Slow, their offensive coordinator, who was a guy who was by a pretty well respected a couple years ago, but didn't click last year for whatever reason. They've got a quarterback. Stroud played decent the second half of the season. You remember that Christmas game? That Christmas game sticks out like a sore thumb, where they couldn't do anything. Couldn't do anything in garbage time. That was awful. That was ugly to watch. But he had his moments. Their defense. You remember that Christmas game? Undressed the Chargers in the playoffs, and then played the Chiefs. Couldn't do anything. I think it was like a 9-point margin. Remember, was a safety at the end, but that was a game that was kind of nip and tuck. Texans had their chances in the playoffs, and then with a quarterback, a defense, I think it was like a bad division. Remember, was a safety at the end, but that was a game I don't think is impossible. Remember, it was this time last year where Stroud and the Texans were everybody's darling. People thought they could be a 1 defense, a bad division. Let me ask you. You can't pick the Chiefs, the Ravens, or the Bills. The big three. Most people have the big three. Who is the biggest threat to come out of the AFC aside from those three? Let me ask you. You can't pick the Chiefs are about as good as anybody else. I know some people say the Bengals, maybe the Broncos. What do you think? If you can't pick those three, who do you pick?
So give me again. It was the Bills, the Ravens, the Chiefs.
The Texans are about as good as anybody else. You can't pick those three to come out of the AFC. So who's a team outside of those three? If you had to pick somebody to come out of the AFC, you're just going for a dark horse.
The Bengals.
Yeah, you can't pick those three to come out of the AFC. So who's a team outside of those three if you had to pick somebody to come out of the AFC?
I think it's a big year for them. I think they need to lock up Trey Hendrickson. That is a concern. But 20-1
with the Mavs.
20-1 is a big number. I think in order to win the AFC, you have to be able to go shot for shot. They need to lock up the quarterbacks you mentioned. That is a concern. Mahomes, 20-1, Allen, and Jackson. 20-1 is a big number. Cincinnati has a guy who can do that. In order to win the AFC, you have to be able to go shot for shot. I think the Chargers are interesting, but at the same time, I do question the weapons offensively. Harbaugh will have them schemed up. They were super competitive last year. Chargers are interesting. I can't do the Broncos. I can't do the Steelers. The next team would be the Texans. I do question the weapons offensively. Harbaugh will have them schemed up.
I'm kind of a jump ball between Texans. I still don't know about the Bengals defense, but
I can't do the Steelers.
But I think the Texans are a good team. Again, it's not some sexy bet to take them plus 110 to win a division, but that's between Texans. But I just still don't know about the Bengals defense. Barring good health, I think that's a division they should. The Texans are a good team. Again,
I'm being stubborn about the Jaguars and not giving up on Trevor Lawrence. I'm being stubborn and not giving up on the Bengals and Joe Burrow either, so that's the problem. Hey, there's some baseball yet to start. We're going to preview that next window of action, including an underdog at plus 115 on the road that I love. That's next on Live Bet Saturday.
Ooh, ma.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Uma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Uma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it. But not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/.
Just one bite of the deliciously comforting flavor of easy cooking Eckrich smoked sausage is enough to take you all the way home. Its naturally hardwood smoked taste sends you away to those summer days with Dad at the grill. Take a bite and see for yourself. Eckrich.
Swim. Take in the $1 million views at our rooftop lounge, Legacy Club. Go big and go all night with our luxurious rooms and suites. Book the time of your life today at circalasvegas.com.
Who will be this year's Broncos or Commanders? Why should you bet alternate season win totals? Who are the sportsbooks afraid of in the Super Bowl futures market? Become a VSiN Pro subscriber and get your hands on a copy of the 2025 VSiN NFL Betting Guide to find out those answers and more as our trusted hosts and experts share their best bets for the upcoming season. I'm managing editor Adam Burke. Join us as a VSiN Pro subscriber and get the NFL Guide at vsin.com, the online home of the Sports Betting Network.
Gear up for football season the sharp way with a VSiN Pro subscription. Right now, grab our football special for just $175. An early bird deal that gives you full VSiN access through the Super Bowl. That includes our NFL betting guide, loaded with team previews, power ratings, and season-long best bets. Plus, pro picks sent to your inbox daily, betting splits from DraftKings and Circa, live shows on the VSiN Watch app, and so much more. Don't wait. Sign up now at vsin.com/subscribe and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I got to fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TRAFFIC25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TRAFFIC25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TRAFFIC25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code TRAFFIC25.
Who will be this year's Broncos or Commanders? Why should you bet alternate season win totals? Who are the sportsbooks afraid of in the Super Bowl futures market? Become a VSiN Pro subscriber and get your hands on a copy of the 2025 VSiN NFL Betting Guide to find out those answers and more as our trusted hosts and experts share their best bets for the upcoming season. I'm managing editor Adam Burke. Join us as a VSiN Pro subscriber and get the NFL Guide at vsin.com, the online home of the Sports Betting Network.
This is Live Bet Saturday on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Rolling on here, Live Bet Saturday, VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. He's Will Hill. I'm Dustin Sweetelson. Catch us Sirius XM Channel 158, YouTube TV, and the VSiN Watch app. And don't forget, you missed any part of this show or any show on VSiN, go back and download wherever you get your podcast. Some updates across Major League Baseball before we look at this next window of action. Reds lead the Mets 5-2 in the bottom of the sixth inning. Right now, Cincinnati minus 430 on the money line, plus 295 the other way with the Mets, who do have 2 on and 1 out here in the sixth. In-game total set at 10.5. Both of these bullpens I don't trust, Will. I think I'd go over 10.5 with 7 runs already scored.
Especially, you got basically the winning run in terms of that total up at the plate because it's 5-2. There's 2 on, there's 1 out. A home run here, it's 5-5, and there has to be an 11th run. So, yeah, I'm with you. That 10.5, that's actually a bet. I like that bet.
All right, and in the second inning in Philadelphia, Philly's up 1-0 on the visiting Angels. However, with 2 on here in the second, LA does have a runner on third with Lamont Wade Jr. at the plate taking on Taijuan Walker. We'll keep you updated if anything changes in any of these games. But we do have a baseball game in Pittsburgh that is about to get going in about 9 minutes. Now, I don't know if there's more people at the D right now with me here at the casino in downtown Vegas or who will be attending White Sox Pirates. However, I think there's a lot of teams that are contending for a playoff spot watching closely at Adrian Hauser. He's on the bump for Chicago, plus 112. Pittsburgh, minus 137 with Mike Burrows pitching. The total's 8, Will. I know you have a play, I have a play. What are you going to do with White Sox Pirates?
I like taking the half run with the White Sox. You got to lay some juice, like $1.40, but Hauser has been outstanding. I also like Hauser under 5.5 hits allowed. He's just been really solid. Weak contacts, throws strikes. He's kind of come out of nowhere. He's bounced around in his career, Brewers and even the Mets, I think, last year. So I did not see this, I would call it resurgence, but he was never this good to begin with. So he's going to be pitching on a contender in the next couple of weeks. We'll see. Plenty of teams can use a pitcher. So another audition here for Hauser. I would only look towards the White Sox here. And I don't know, PNC is a nice ballpark, I've heard. Nice summer night. So you go there, you get some beers, you watch some Major League Baseball. You could probably sneak up. You could by the time the 5th, 6th inning rolls around, a lot of people, empty seats, a lot of people leaving. So I guess it would be a nice atmosphere to go to. But yeah, White Sox Pirates, not the reason interleague play was created, but I do like the White Sox plus a half run in the first 5.
I just don't understand the pricing. Mike Burrows is a minus 137 favorite.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Chicago won 10-1 on Friday. The market believes the Pirates are that much better than the White Sox, who they're not good, but they're punchy, and they got guys playing to get traded to other teams right now. This is an audition.
Sure.
Hauser, a .95 ERA over his last 4 starts. 16 career games versus Pittsburgh. He's been okay, a 4.03 ERA. 5.20 in Pittsburgh, so that's not the best, but Pittsburgh strikes out the 6th most in baseball. I just don't think the Burrows should be as heavy of a favorite in this spot. So I went White Sox plus 115. I also bet Adrian Hauser to go over 17.5 outs recorded at minus 135. Pittsburgh's lineup doesn't scare me, Will. I think he's going to work deep into this game. I think it's a great situation for him with his audition. He's done a good job of going the distance, going deep into games his last few times out. So I'll go over on that when it comes to Adrian Hauser. In about 30 minutes, you'll have the Padres at the Nationals. Yu Darvish taking on Mitchell Parker. Total set at 9. San Diego, a big road favorite at minus 143. Plus 118 the other way with Parker and the Nationals. Would you think about doing anything here?
Parker's been really bad. So I would look towards the Padres, except Darvish, in a limited sample here since returning from the injury, he hasn't been great either. It would be a lean towards the Padres. Would be a lean towards an over. Nationals bullpen is really bad. But nothing I played. I passed the game. How about you? Any interest for you, sides, prop, total, anything?
Yeah, I've got a few props. I have a side. I did lay it with San Diego. I went minus 145 this morning. It opened minus 156. So there's been some money on the Nationals, which I don't understand. Darvish's 3rd start of the year. That could be why. 4 innings, 4 earned runs against Philly last time out. Philly lineup's very different than this Washington team. 3 2/3, 2 earned runs. His debut of the year against Arizona earlier in the month. Last faced Washington back on May 23rd of last year. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned, 4 strikeouts. I just think that the Padres are going to score a ton of runs, and I don't think the Nationals can keep pace. Parker has been really bad, 5.86 ERA over his last 5. And the Padres team does not strike out. Merrill Kelly, great numbers against him. But I'm going to attack 2 player props. One, we're going to go Fernando Tatis. Over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at plus 105. Top of the order guy. I think he smashes lefties. He's going to do well against Parker. And then Bogarts. Bogarts is hitting over 300 against Southpaws this year. Over 1.5 total bases at plus 115. That's the way I would look at Padres and Nationals. But big picture with San Diego, Will, what do you make of them when it comes to the second half? Because I think when you look at the roster, you go, okay, everything's in place. They just have to do a lot of climbing to get back into the thick of things.
Padres are good. They're just not as good as
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem Sports Talk is on the iMedia One Network. Youngstown, Ohio.
And Jackson Merrill, that team can score a bunch of runs. Their offense has really been underwhelming. The pitching, King's hurt. Cease, Darvish are okay. They've got a decent bullpen. Suarez has been shaky, so I would expect them to be aggressive. That's a team that, their front office typically very aggressive at the deadline. They traded for Soto a few years ago. They've made a bunch of offseason moves, so they're usually not one of these teams that is beholden to prospects. They usually go for it. So I think they're a team that if they got in, anything could happen. Like a lot of these teams, I just don't know. Like, are they worth putting a bet on? I don't think so. I think there's enough reasons to stay off them, as opposed to reasons to jump on them. Where are you at here with the Padres?
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't want to get hurt by them. I love the lineup. I love the idea of Michael King coming back. Darvish, if he can return to form somewhat. Yeah, but it's a lot of ifs, and it's a lot of questions.
Right.
If everything goes right, the San Diego Padres could be a team that wins the National League. But every little thing has to go right. And it's also a team that I don't trust in the face of adversity. I don't know if that's fair to say at this point, but I just don't trust them in crunch time, clutch time. I know they had the Slam Diego a couple years ago, but this team seems a little soft this year. Am I being too hard on them?
I think there's just a lot of soft spots in the lineup for whatever reason. You look at their offensive numbers, and with all of those big names, the fact that they can't produce more runs, I think, is scary. They had the team, was it 2 years ago, where they were just so frustrating, lost all those one-run games last year. I mean, they came as close as anyone to beating the Dodgers. They were up 2-1 at home for Game 4 with Cease on the mound going against the bullpen game. Couldn't finish the job, and then lost in 5. So dangerous if they get in. You like the bullpen. You like some of the upper echelon talent. And again, they're going to make a move, I would imagine. If, we keep saying, make a big move, make a big move. I don't know what big moves are out there, but if there are big moves to be made, Padres are the kind of front office that's going to make one.
All right, next game up here, Detroit Tigers at the Rangers. It's Kaiser Montero, -108. The Rangers, Kumar Rocker, -$1.12. 8.5 is the total. Texas won Friday, 2-0. They've won 5 of 7. Tigers don't look now, Will. They've lost 5 in a row. Things not going well for the best team in baseball. Is this the beginning of a slide, potentially? Montero's been better of late for Detroit, but coming off a rough one against Seattle, who's a bad offense. 3.21 ERA last 30 days, 1 start, 3 appearances. He's never faced Texas. And then Kumar Rocker never faced Detroit. He had a nice run of 4 solid starts before allowing 6 earned at the Angels before the All-Star break. He is much better at home. 2.35 ERA in 4 starts versus 9.91 away in 7 starts. 2.36 day ERA, not as good at night. Detroit strikes out the 4th most in baseball. I like the over. I'm not going to bet it. It's a lean because I don't trust overs first couple games back of the All-Star break. I got burnt the other night. I'm going to stay away for a little bit. But if I was going to bet anything, it would be the over in this one.
I would lean towards Texas. I don't like Montero. The Tiger bullpen has been shaky. Dating back to, right before the break where they gave up a lot of runs in some key spots. Rocker is hard to figure out. Remember, he had all that pedigree, all that hype coming out of college. He's drafted by the Mets, didn't sign. He's been up and down, which is putting it kindly. Been better at home, as you mentioned. The stuff is there. The pedigree is there. I want to believe. And I want to believe in these Texas bats that have started to show some signs before the break of getting going. They scored a couple runs late to win that game 2-0. So lean towards Texas, but nothing I played.
I still need answers because I do believe Zach Scott was the interim GM of the Mets who drafted Kumar Rocker early in the 1st round.
Yeah.
Then they did not sign him because they didn't think he'd fall there and the medicals were bad. And I believe Zach Scott is also the same interim GM who once traded Pete Crow Armstrong for Javi Baez.
How'd that go?
Those are 2 pretty bad dings on your resume. I mean, to trade away PCA and he was a 1st round pick. But they didn't see this coming, but you still thought he was going to be a starter for Javi Baez in a rental who was a disgruntled player on the Mets. And then to also draft Kumar Rocker, not a great look for our boy Zach Scott, who I actually like on Twitter. He actually has some really good baseball insight. So, all right, that's where we stand.
It was a year where they weren't really expected to contend. It's not like they were, it was not a big-time Mets team that year, 2021.
And then they started booing the fans and the thumbs down.
Yes.
It was dicey look. However, Javi Baez has a reclamation this year. He's a lovable player again. He's playing well. And he's part of the reason why Detroit's been so good. More from the late window of MLB action in our best bets. That's on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere. You're locked in to Live Bet Saturday.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it'd go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger.
Hey, this is Grace Remington for VEASAN, the sports betting network. How high is too high for your favorite Aces strikeout prop? VEASAN.com has the answer. Now you can bet smarter on guys like Tarek Skubal and Garrett Crochet with the MLB strikeout projection tool at VEASAN.com. It shows each pitcher's expected strikeout line for the day and how it should be priced. Use it to find value and beat the market. Only at VEASAN.com. Get the early bird price for VEASAN Pro this football season, plus the VEASAN NFL betting guide for just $175. Go to VEASAN.com/subscribe.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text Rocky to 369-369. That's ROCKY to 369-369. Rocky to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
On the next edition of A Numbers Game, Mark Malusis will be in for Gail Alexander and Kelly Bidlin. We'll give a recap of the action over the weekend in the sports world, including who brought home the Open Championship and golf's final major of the year. Mark will also recap the action over the weekend in the MLB, find the best value on Monday's card. We'll finish out with a look at the NFL futures markets with the teams reporting to training camp this week. Tune into Monday's edition of A Numbers Game at 10 a.m. Eastern only on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Elevate your sports betting game with VSiN's exclusive betting splits. Stay ahead with real-time market trends and track bet percentages on any matchup. Then uncover the edge by comparing them to the amount of bets placed to find out where the sharp money is headed. Upgrade to VSiN Pro to access betting splits, live odds, line moves, power ratings, and in-depth.
And we welcome you to Lakewood, Ohio, as Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network, is proud to bring you Cleveland Cobras football here on this Week 7 of the Premier Amateur Football League. And the Cobras at 3-3, they get ready to host the 5-1 Cleveland Rams in a crosstown rivalry. And the Rams currently sitting number 1 in the 3A portion of the PAFL. The Cobras sitting right now in 6th place. However, with some wins in the next couple weeks, could move up a little bit to try to fight for that home playoff game coming up here in August. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with the coach, Bob Gessler. Matt Craven pushing the buttons, keeping us on the air as we get ready for this Week 7 matchup with the crosstown Cleveland Rams. And the Rams, coach, playing in the 3A part of the PAFL, 5-1 coming into this. According to the PAFL website, PAFLfootball.com, have only given up 14 points to PAFL teams here as they've had some schedule changes and whatnot. But that's impressive nonetheless. Only putting up a little over 50 points on offense, but only giving up 14. So, again, they say many times defense wins championships, and the Cobras are going to have a lot to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. But the whole game plan to this is they've got to just not worry about them, and they've got to worry about themselves. They've got to do a better job offensively, and we saw some sparks coming up. The offensive line have done a great job giving Slap Thompson some time, and running backs have been hitting holes. And so the offensive line, it took a while to get into it, so they're doing good, and obviously their defense plays tough football.
And you brought him up here talking about Dave Slap Thompson, who last week led the Cobras to a 24-9 win over the Youngstown Patricians, was able to move around rather well. Line gave him some time, and that has been a position that's been inconsistent for the Cobras in the first half of the season. However, you can see when the veteran steps in there, things settle down a little bit, and the Cobras have looked a lot better here in recent weeks.
Again, the line, for whatever reason, first few games, they didn't play as a team real well. And so now you could see that they're really protecting better, they're opening holes, and they're doing a great job up front. So they have to continue to do that because this is a must-win, this one and next week, to really get into the playoffs. So they got to win out is what I think. So, but again, it depends on the teams that are above them as well.
Yeah, you talk about the running game here, T.J. Johnson, as well as Malik Gaddy in there carrying the majority of the load, getting some help from Keyshawn Thompson, who's really looked good there in recent weeks, gets upfield, keeps his shoulders square, and really has been a nice addition there in the backfield. But the three-headed monster there, when you have that line work, and really sets up the pass game, and we've seen the receivers really do a good job in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and they absolutely, they're going after the footballs. They're fighting for it as they should. They're jumping for balls that at the highest point and bringing it down. So, and they're getting some good once they catch. Getting yardage downfield. So they've really done a really good job offensively so far.
Defensively last week for the Cleveland Cobras, only gave up 1 touchdown to the Youngstown Patricians and a field goal. But we saw some great play, especially from guys like Robert Littlejohn, really spending a lot of the majority of his time in the backfield of the Patricians last week. But the secondary doing a great job taking options away and giving that front four or even the three-man front when they go to it some opportunity to get to that quarterback.
Yeah, they're doing a great job up front, too. They're throwing some pressure at him, and they're getting rid of their guys up front. And Littlejohn, Robert Littlejohn, he is an outstanding football player. He's got good vision. If you see him, I mean, he's a tall, thin guy. But the problem with him is he's so lanky and he's so fast off the line of scrimmage, they just can't seem to slow him down. But he's football smart. He looks at angles. And I'll tell you what, he is the key to that defense again today.
Yeah, certainly in that linebacking quarter, including Matt Federer as well, coming in here, trying to slow down this Rams offense, who has been very tough. Again, not a lot of points, though. They've controlled a lot of the clock, and they've only given up 14 points to PAFL teams. So, again, defensively, that's something that the Cobras are going to have to deal with. There was an anticipation they were going to have trouble with that front four of the Patricians last week. That's where they were deepest defensively. They rotated, but a great job by the front five. They're picking that up and really taking that front four out of the game for them.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is the defensive backs. We saw spurts of good and not so good, so they really have to play close and pay attention to, as they're taught here, not like we were as defensive backs. They tell you to look at their eyes. When their eyes get big, you know, a ball's around. But if they stay on them tight and feel with the elbow and turn their head at the right time, there could be some picked balls. But they really got to play good defensive back football today.
Yeah, the secondary has played very well. Cap Fortson, as well as Terrell Lively at the safety position, really picking up as we get later into the season. And we talked about teams that peak at the right time, and so far it looks like the Cobras are grinding in that direction.
Yeah, they just started out a little slow. Again, you know, maybe some new players up front, in which we do have seen. And, you know, it took them a little bit to meld together. And then once they did, you know, now they're starting to play Cobra football that we're used to.
Talk about special teams. Ben Lyons on the field today. They will have a field goal kicker in addition to a punter. Jeff Cooper-Ryder. Special teams really has been a big thing for the Cobras. Jeff Cooper-Ryder able to flip the field in terms of the punting game. Ben Lyons last week coming in here, he made his first appearance, adding a field goal, at least one that I can remember. But, again, having those legs there really have given him that advantage. And really, if you're a coach there, gives you maybe a little bit of play on your decision-making.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, you get close and maybe on fourth down, hey, can I go for it? But when you got a leg like him and you know he could get it in there, I mean, it's a smart move. And I was watching him before the game, and he's kicking constant 45 yards. Again, he's off of the holding tee, but again, he's consistent, and that's what he needs to do. And it's nice to have a kicker like that, because you get down there and you know that maybe on 4th and 6, you know, let's not go for it. Let's kick the field goal because you trust in your kicker.
Another tool in the toolbox for the Cleveland Cobras as they try to push their way in to the 2A level playoffs for the PAFL right now. Again, they are at 6. So I think more so their goal right now, if you talk to coaching staff, even ownership, they're looking for a home playoff game. And by winning this game, and then the rematch with the Youngstown Patricians next week right here in Lakewood, that would potentially push them up to at least a 4th position to host that. And we know at this level, you don't travel as well as you do well playing at home.
Right.
So that can be kind of important.
Yeah, and I talked to Adam beforehand, and you know, I told him, I said, "What do you think?" And he says, "I want them to play the game, because I think if we play smart football, don't let them get into our heads, I think we can do an outstanding job doing this." So. Again, he just wants them to go out there, and again, he realizes we got to win these last 2, because if we do, there's a good chance we get into the playoffs. But not, you know, you got to win it out, and if you don't, then it's just a kind of a waiting game, so to say.
Yeah, certainly we'll have to depend on other teams for that. We're going to step aside for a first time out. Just about 5 minutes left here before kickoff. When we come back, pregame show will continue here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network. We're back right after this. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio. Now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One network, your sports app in the Valley.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local events. Tune in and be part of their live weekly shows, as well as the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the PAFL. Find them on westernreserveradio.com, tune in, and the Live 365 app to be part of the area's conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio or on Twitter at WR_radio.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Coin toss being had at midfield. Just about 3 minutes left here before kickoff. Coach, one thing we haven't talked about is the crosstown rivalry between the Cobras and the Rams. A lot of these players know each other. We see some familiar names over there, including I just saw Cam McCauley walking around the field, former Cleveland Cobra. But as big as the city is here, you know, two teams getting together here, and a lot can happen here when you know each other and you're trying to fight for those bragging rights.
Absolutely. Hey, it's just how it goes. So it's ought to be a real interesting game. I'm just hoping that the Cobras come out swinging it, and they do well, and again play their game.
Coach, it was a coin toss. What were the results of that?
Okay, Cleveland Cobras deferred, and they will be kicking off.
So certainly we look back at the coin toss choices they've had. That's really worked out for them last week especially. They held on to the ball longer, got the ball in the third quarter. Didn't do anything with that first drive, but again took time off of the clock away from the Patricians. And for that offense, it's kind of been clock consuming.
Yeah.
They've had some long drives, especially on the first drive against the Patricians last week, and nearly an 80-yard drive with the big pass going on for the touchdown. But offensively, for Cleveland, probably going to need to move the ball a little bit faster, I would assume, Coach, because this defense isn't giving up a whole lot with the Rams.
Well, and that remains to be seen. Let's see what happens when, if they play smart football and they're throwing short stuff, maybe that's going to bring them linebackers out a little bit, and that's going to open up that inside. It's kind of going to be a guessing game, and I like the idea that they're going on defense. And I'm sure what their thoughts were, let's shut them down early, get field position, let's go down and score.
Absolutely, could set the tone here. Take a look at the 3A rankings here as part of the PAFL. And the Cleveland Rams sitting high atop. The 3A standings at 5-1. The Columbus Fire are 5-1 as well. However, the Rams have a win over the Fire. That gives them the tiebreaker, followed by the Michigan Hurricanes. Very tough team up there. That's where the Youngstown Patricians are traveling this week, followed by the Erie Express at 4-2 and the Glass City Tigers at 3-3. Coach, nobody in 3A under 500. Tough division there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you hear some of these teams that I'm very familiar with, and, this is a good quality bunch. So it's going to be a very interesting game. Let's see what the Cobras can do. Take
a look at the 2A standings here, and high atop for the 2A division will be the Steel City Bobcats, also at 5-1, followed by the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids at 4-2, the Ohio Broncos, the Beaver County Arctic Bengals, the West Virginia Leviathan, and the Cobras coming in at 6, officially 3-3 in the PAFL. And it rounds out with Portsmouth, the Youngstown Patricians, the Mid-Ohio Patriots, and the Tri-County Rams. My understanding is going to be 8 teams in the playoffs here, so if you're going to be 5, 6, 7, or 8, you're going to be on the road. Of course, 1 through 4 is going to be at home for the playoffs, and again, at this level, you don't travel as well as you do play at home, and you really want to get these wins, especially when you're going to be in your home the last 2 weeks closing out the regular season.
Yeah, you want to be at home, and boy, I'll tell you what, that's where you want to be. It's nice. But we'll see what happens here. They have got to get this one and win out just to keep themselves in line to get possibly a home field advantage, or, you can't afford to lose anything.
Ben Lyon's going to kick this one off here. He'll take the kicking duties to start this one off. It will be Hundley. And I believe that's going to be Cam McCauley, the aforementioned Cam McCauley, back to return for the Rams as we are underway here in Week 7. And this one's going to land at the 5, roll to the goal line, and be picked up and brought out near the 10, 20, with some room to run. And he's going to spin and turn. He'll cross midfield down the sideline, and he's going to be gone. A 100-yard return for the Cleveland Rams. Give them a 6-0 lead with just 13 seconds into the game. And not the way you wanted to start off, Coach. Special teams have been tough, especially the kickoff team for the Cleveland Cobras. But that is going to be the first touchdown they give up here in 2025.
I just watched them, and that's exactly what their call was, that they said they wall and left coming down, and that's exactly what they did. They set that wall perfect. Cleveland bit on where he caught it, and they didn't realize what was getting set up along the sidelines. And my man had clear sailing, and there was at least 4 or 5 guys running ahead of him. So
that's going to be Deshaun Evans on the return. There's two number 6s here. One's Marquise Hodge. He's a linebacker, so we're going to guess Deshaun Evans on the return here, as the Rams look like they're going to go for 2 here. Normally, Coach, we have that problem where we have to switch sides for the extra point. However, the Rams state they are going to go for 2. With 14:47 left here. So 2-point conversion coming up here for the Rams. They'll try to take an 8-0 lead. 6-0 lead here for the visiting team.
The whole key to this, too, is right now that you know they don't have a kicker, keep them out of the end zone here for the 2-point. This could help you.
So we're going to call that 100 yards even as he picked that one up at the goal line, headed down the Rams sideline. They give the Rams a 6-0 lead. A little bit of a delay here. We'll get the whistle as the visitors will go for 2 with the train in the background, of course.
He wanted to let us know that he's there.
This would only be better if the Erie Express were here.
Yeah, there you go.
So 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. William Anglin going to be the quarterback. Back to pass, under pressure. Going to roll out to the far side, has an angle, going to throw it into the end zone, and it's going to be caught. Julian Hundley on the reception for the Rams. Gives them an 8-0 lead. Just 13 seconds into the game. And certainly a momentum killer if you're the home team here. And for a part of their game that has been really well here, speaking of the special teams.
Yeah, that's and I'll tell you what, the coverage wasn't bad, and they flushed him. But I think the corner was a little bit worried about him running because he did have a little bit of the end zone. And he laxed on his coverage, and unfortunately, his quarterback stopped and just flipped it to him, and easy 2-point conversion.
So the Cobras offense will be back out on the field here quickly, or will be on the field quickly, I should say. I guess if you have back, that means you were out there once before, but nonetheless, 8-0 is your score. Rams with the lead, just 13 seconds into the game. Week 7 here. I want to thank you for joining us here on the iMedia One Network, whether you're listening in on Facebook, YouTube, or on the brand new iMedia One Network app for iPhone and Android, as Tyree Knight will be back to return for the Cobras. And I believe Quay Harris is going to be the other returner for Cleveland. Tyree Knight, the outstanding receiver for the Cobras. Quay Harris, the defensive back. As again, we got a little bit of a delay here. Don't know if we're having a kicker issue here or not, but Eric Wallace actually going to come on and hold as Harlan Page will kick this one off.
That is a big kicker there.
Eric Wallace, the former Cleveland Cobra as well. Harlan Page, one of the bigger kickers you'll see in the game. And he will step into this one. It's going to be a low kick, head towards the sideline, and out of bounds. We'll get a flag, and the Cobras will set up with good field position. 14:47 left here, first quarter. Rams with an 8-0 lead.
Yeah, that was smart. He didn't touch the ball. He let it go out of bounds, so they'll have a great field position on here.
Yeah, either way, even if he would have picked that up, I think Coach, he'd had a little room to run, would have given him a decent field position either way. But why take the chance?
Yeah, it was rolling a little bit quick to the outside, and I think he was better off letting it go. I understand. He might have got a few, but the way that thing was rolling, he was probably better off letting it go. So that was a smart move there.
We'll mark the ball at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for Cleveland. 14:47 left here, first quarter, for you just joining us. Jim Craven with you, along with the coach, Bob Gessler, Matt Craven. And we're going to go twin receivers to each side. Devin Tuff's back this week. He'll be on the side with Thompson. Back to pass. Quick pass out to D'Angelo Thompson. Thompson working towards the sideline. He'll make it out near the 50-yard line. It'll be close to a first down. Clock will continue to run. And we'll see where they're going to spot it. And it looks like it's going to be right at the midfield stripe. Will they give them a first down? The chain crews, it looks like are we going to get a yard short? Nope, they're going to say second down and 1.
Yeah, he was definitely short. He was definitely short, Jim. There's no problem with that.
Well, depending on the right foot, left foot issue, we talk about that weekly.
And that was Denzel Blair on that linebacker that came over and sealed him up. But that was a good 9-yard carry.
So twin receivers this side again will be Tufts and Thompson. Far side will be Wise and Tyree Knight. Slap Thompson in the shotgun. TJ Johnson is right. Thompson going to come in tight now. He'll be a stand-up tight end more or less. High snap, hand off to Johnson. Off the left side. Trying to put the ball away. He'll drive his legs. He'll make it in to Rams territory near the 48-yard line. Plenty enough for a Cleveland first down. And the Cobras go right to the run game.
Yeah, it was a nice 3-yard run. He got the first down by at least 2 yards, so that was pretty good there. That's all. Just worry about getting your first down. Let's not panic. Just drive now. Be smart. Don't do anything silly here. Just keep testing the waters a little bit.
Mark the ball at the Rams' 48-yard line. Clock moving. 13:20 left here, first quarter. Rams with a 100-yard kickoff return take the 8-0 lead. As Wise and Knight will be the receivers to the far side. Thompson and Tufts to the near side. Slap Thompson in the shotgun. Johnson to his right. That offensive line led by Lamorris Diller at centered. Some movement up front. No flag. Play action. Fires over the middle. It's going to be caught by Matt Wise. And Wise has the chance to go all the way. Touchdown. 48 yards. Matt Wise on the pass from Dave Slap Thompson. Cuts the Rams lead to 8-6 with 12:54 left here in the first quarter.
That's exactly what they wanted. All it was a 1-2 throw. Slap. I'll tell you what, they throw that quick slant beautifully. And then he split the corner and the safety, and he turned the Jets on, scored touchdown. That's what they got to do.
So Slap Thompson adds another touchdown here in 2025. And so far, Coach, he has been on point. And again, we've seen C.J. Hale in there like a lot of what he does here. And as his experience grows, he'll fill that spot. But right now, Dave Thompson really leading this offense well.
But he started out a little bit slow. Again, that's what happened with the offense. And unfortunately, overthrew and did a lot of stuff. Here we go for the extra point.
Hale to hold. Ben Lyon on for the extra point. Snap is back. It's a little wobbly snap. It's up. And it is good. 12:54 left here. First quarter. The Cobras cut the Rams lead to 8-7. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, all a part of the iMedia One network. Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRTB, The Scourge.
12:54 left here, first quarter. Cleveland on the 48-yard touchdown pass from Thompson to Wise. Gets the Cobras on the board. They cut the Rams lead to 8-7. And it'll be Deshaun Evans and Julian Hundley back to return for the Rams once again, as Ben Lyons will maybe try to get this one into the end zone. Yeah. He has the leg for it. And this one's going to be heading towards the sideline, out of bounds. And it will be no return for the Rams. So the Cleveland Rams offense will make their way to the field for the first time today, although it is their second possession.
Yeah, that's all right. I guess they don't trust that line going down there, so we'll see what happens. Now let's see what the defense can do, see if they could stop, or what they really need to do is shut them down, make them punt, and or cause a fumble, an interception.
One of the things we saw last week against the Patricians was a return of a Donovan Mormon. Hadn't seen him in a few weeks. Where's number 9? Right there in the middle of that defensive line. He made a big difference last week. He was a big guy, hard to stop.
Yeah, he is a big human being, so we will see on what they can do up front now.
12:54 left here, first quarter. Rams with their first offensive series after returning the opening kickoff 100 yards for a touchdown. And it's going to be William Anglin at the quarterback position. There we go, twin receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. That'll be Hundley. On a reverse, coming back to the near side, getting hemmed up as Abe Taylor slowed him down, made him redirect, and he's going to get out to the 36-yard line. And for some reason, they started the coach at the 35-yard line when the other out-of-bounds kick started at the 40. So 2nd and 9 from the 31. 36.
Well, I'm not sure why that happened. Maybe because it went out earlier. You know, the other kick was short. I have no idea.
I wish I could tell you. All right. So twin receivers to each side. We'll have Eddie Edwards. He'll be the slot to the near side. Anglin with the handoff. Donovan Mormon in the backfield, untouched.
Wow.
He gets the sack. He'll get right in on Trevin Rutledge, and we just talked about him. And once he gets those feet moving, he's hard to slow down.
Well, it looked like he was going to take the handoff, actually. Wow, did he come out of there like he was shot out of a cannon. Holy mackerel. But I noticed the center on that. Very slow coming out of his stance. He's going to need help with that guard because if he's that fast, he could be in their backfield all day.
I made the mistake of saying 31 earlier. Guess what? The ball's at the 31 now. And the Rams will have to get to the 45-yard line for a first down. So J.D. Davis with the unenviable task of having to stop Donovan Mormon. Abe Taylor going to be the end of the near side. Of course, Robert Littlejohn lurking around in the middle of that Cobra defense. Back to pass. Pump fake. Under pressure. Picorni chasing him down. Federer trying to cut him off at the angle, and he's going to get the first down plus more. Cut back to the midfield and be brought down inside Cobra territory at the 43-yard line. So while the secondary did a great job, couldn't get the angle on the Rams quarterback. Again, William Anglin. He picks up the first down.
I'll tell you what, Anglin's got some wheels because I'll tell you what, we had him stuffed out on that outside, and he just outran them. Just they have got to keep him bottled up. Those outside guys, they got to go depth and in. Can't let him get outside like that.
Hundley will be the receiver to the far side. That'll be Jawan Hundley in the slot to the far side. Anglin with the handoff straight up the middle, room to run out inside the 40, 35, and brought down near the 40-yard line. Malik Gaddy going to bring him down from behind, and that's going to be another Rams first down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they got there on the corner. They have a lot of speed. Cleveland Rams, they're loaded in the backfield as far as that goes. So the problem lies is the ends have got to come outside in. They cannot get caught inside because all they're doing is they're running the ball to the outside. And then they're getting plussed on the corners.
Cleveland starting out in a three-man front. It'll be Taylor, Mormon, and Picorni. As Cleveland now will go three receivers to the far side, moving left to right on your device if you're listening in on the iMedia One Network app. Anglin, empty backfield now, twin receivers to the near side. Back to pass, fires out to his left. And going to slip one tackle inside the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's going to be brought down near the 3-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Rams. 9:15 left here in the first quarter. Rams are in scoring distance.
Yeah, we have a timeout. We have men down on the field around the 4-yard lines. We'll see what.
So Cobras have a man down. Cobra trainer Beth Betancourt will run out to check on him. 9:11 left here, first quarter. We will take a quick timeout for them to tend to an injury. You are listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. We're back right after this.
Action
accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Deontay McDonald being helped off the field by his teammates with 9:11 left here first quarter. Hopefully nothing serious there, as Julian Hundley will come over and give him a little tap. So some sportsmanship being shown here between the Rams and the Cobras. First and goal now, 3-yard line for the Rams. Hundley in the shotgun. He'll go empty backfield, 3 receivers to the near side. Lamar Hill in defensively for the Cobras now. He'll fill in for McDonald. Hundley back to pass, looking out to his right, fires, and it's going to be dropped. Kev Fortson on the coverage, and the pass intended for Deshaun Evans, couldn't bring it in. Kev Fortson, again, having a great 2025 season.
Yeah, he did a great job on that. He blanketed him, and that ball was gunned in there, and he got a paw in there, so that was a good job.
Nehemiah Lightfoot, the defensive lineman out of Mount Carmel High School in Chicago. Jackson State University replacing a Donovan Mormon as they get a rotation. And, Coach, I don't know. I look at this, and I would think in this situation I would probably want to go with that 4-man front.
Yeah,
I think the Cobras have had more success.
They have had much more success with a 4-man front. I don't care too much for this 3-man.
So second and goal now. Again, empty backfield. Hundley in the shotgun. They're going to send a man in motion, actually bring him back. As a running back to pass, under pressure, Federer putting pressure on him, going to roll out, has some room to run, and looking to get to the outside. Hundley into the corner of the end zone, and the Rams add 6. It's a it'll be a 14-7 lead over the Cleveland Cobras, pending the conversion.
Well, the problem lies is they're grabbing. I hate the grab. You get up, get close to him, make a tackle, wrap him up. You are not going to get this kid down by just reaching for him. He's spinning, he's running, he's fast. You had yourself squared up on him at the line of scrimmage. You should have got him, but unfortunately you're reaching for him. You got to shuffle your feet and break down.
So the Rams will go for 2. As they'll mark the ball. 8:03 left here in the first quarter. Hundley going to be in the shotgun. He'll have Cam McCauley to his right. Twin receivers to the near side and as well to the far side. McCauley's going to line up behind Hundley this time. On an option to the outside. Has some room to run. He went to pitch it. Nobody there. And he'll get into the end zone. They'll add 2 with 8:03 left here in the first quarter. The Cobras take a 16-7 lead over the Rams take a 16-7 lead over the Cobras.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they had him again. Let him get to the outside, and he was able to sneak himself in the corner. They've got to do a better job wrapping him up. They've got to stay square to the line of scrimmage and get their feet shuffled.
So the Rams get into the end zone on a 3-yard touchdown run. They add 2, and it is a 16-7 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. And I don't know if you are the Cobras, if you want to get into a shootout with the number 1 team in the 3A part of the PAFL.
No, because really they had a good series there, first few downs, and after the run back, and then the quarterback is single-handedly right now taking care of this game, and they have got to do a better job lassoing him and getting him down.
Yeah, one thing you will say for the Cobras, the secondary doing a great job taking some options away. Hundley not really ready to take any chances. But looking at it, it is opening the field for him as the protection starts to break down in the front.
Well, and the coverage is there. I mean, that's why he can't get anything in there, but then linebackers have got to get there. The ends have got to square in. And, again, I think they should go to that 4-man front. I do not like the 3-man front because every time they've done it, this is what's happened to the Cobras. Go to 4-man front. Get some heat on this kid.
So I believe that's going to be Eddie Edwards. We have 2 number 1s for the Rams to kick off. On the last one, it was Harlan Page. Just one, a little line drive, going to be fielded at the 26-yard line and brought out, and going to slip one tackle, get to the backside, and he's going to run into a host of white jerseys. He'll make it out near the 41-yard line. That's where the Cobras will take over 1st and 10 with 7:55 left here in the first quarter. Cobras trail by a score of 16-7.
Yeah, decent return. I tell you what, he would have went to the right a little bit more and didn't get brought down. That could have been clear sailing. So let's see what Slap Thompson has to do now, and meticulously try to get down the field, but be smart here.
Yeah, Thompson with the 48-yard touchdown pass to Matt Wise on their first offensive possession, answering the 100-yard kickoff return of the Rams. And for the Rams, they too going to a 3-man front. This one going to be led by Bobby Eccles. See Eccles spending some time over here with the Cobras as well. So Wise and Knight, the twin receivers, to the far side. Thompson and Tufts to the near side. Cobras moving right to left on your devices. TJ Johnson to the left of Slap Thompson. Waiting from the snap from Lamoris Dillard. Thompson going to make some changes here. Again, and a snap going to come out. Ball on the ground. It's going to be covered up by Harlan Page. And the Rams get the ball. We have a flag. We'll see what that is as the officials will come over and talk to the Cobra sideline.
Maybe offsides.
Yeah, we have a call from our head linesman on the far side. He will talk to the referee, see what that is.
Maybe somebody was in the neutral zone and center was smart and snapped the ball. That's very possible.
So an illegal procedure against Cleveland, of course, that will be denied or declined, and so the Rams will have the ball 1st and 10. We'll see if they mark it. It'll be inside the 40-yard line. 7:51 left here as there was a miscommunication there. Thompson was trying to make some adjustments, and Lamar Dillard snapped the ball. Obviously wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, he was Thompson was still making changes in the backfield and shifting people around, and they better get that center on the right page here because you can't do that. You just gave him the ball after a score. Not good.
So they'll mark the ball at the Cobra 39-yard line, 1st and 10, 7:51 left here, first quarter. J.D. Davis, the center for the Cleveland Rams. Hundley, the quarterback. You'll have 3 receivers to the near side as we'll get a whistle. Trying to see what the issue is here. Okay, Cleveland, the Cobras are going to take a time. I'm going to get it right. There's only a couple decisions there. We'll take a timeout as well. 7:51 left here, first quarter. You're listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. We're back on the other side.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
First and 10 for the Rams. Ball at the Cobra 39-yard line. Hundley in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Back to pass is Hundley. He'll roll out to the left, fall out into the flats. That's going to be caught at the 31 and cut back to the inside. And Picorni going to chase him down at the 25-yard line. That is plenty enough for a Rams first down.
I'll tell you what, Picorni ran 15 yards to make that tackle. That's a great job. That's determination by that, and that's what you're supposed to do. You know what? Don't stand there. Get downfield and help out.
So 1st and 10, they'll mark the ball at the 26. Clock running here, just approaching the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. Rams with a 16-7 lead in this 3A-2A matchup here. New set up here for the PAFL as they make its return under Commissioner Jermaine Campbell. So we go twin receivers to the far side. Pistol formation. Have a running back to his right as well. It'll be Edwards. Rolling out to the near side under pressure. Picorni chasing him down. Malik got it there as well. Hundley going to fire, and it's going to be thrown into the dirt. And the only one closest to it was Quay Harris out of Hazelhurst High School and Mississippi Community College. And that'll bring up second down for the Rams.
Yeah, that he couldn't get around the edge, and I'll tell you what, that was a good job by the defense because he kept working outside, and they were on his outside shoulder the whole time. So if he cuts back, there's the Cobras buddies in the inside ready to take that down. But that was an outstanding job by the defense and gave him nothing.
Second down for the Rams. Hundley will head to the sideline. He'll be replaced by Aaron Hunter. Hunter wearing 23. 6:20 left here, first quarter. Hunter will be the single receiver to the far side. I'll actually add a receiver to that side. Eddie Edwards will be the slot. Actually, I'll add a third receiver over there now. I believe it's going to be Antonio Boyd. Huntley in the shotgun. One running back to his right. Single receiver to this side will be Deshaun Evans. Hundley back to pass, 3-step drop. Floating around over the middle and going to throw it into the dirt. Incomplete. That'll bring up third down for the Rams. And the Cobras getting just enough pressure so that Hundley can't get his feet set and causing him to throw it into the turf.
Yeah, and they dropped the linebacker, so that swing pass coming out of the backfield, they were able to cover it. So that was his safety valve, and they were able to be right there. He looked there but couldn't get it there, so he threw downfield, and he one-hopped it. So they've got to hold him here. You got 3rd and 10.
5.5 minutes left here, first quarter. Donovan Mormon back in at the nose position. Abe Taylor as well as Picorni on that front three. Federer and Little John the linebackers. Hundley in an empty backfield. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to his left. Back to pass, 3-step drop. Under pressure, going to step up in the pocket with some room to run. Going to fire out to Aaron Hunter. It's going to be caught inside the 5 into the end zone. 26-yard touchdown pass to Aaron Hunter with 4:58 left here, first quarter. And we'll give a 22-7 lead for the Rams.
Yeah, Hunter just sat down, I'm going to say about the 12-yard line. Nobody was around him, and he was just kind of, again, we talk about a safety valve. He just sat there. They didn't notice, and it was just a flick by the quarterback, and he was able to drill it in there and basically walk into the end zone.
Well, Aaron Hunter out to the far side there. And Hundley again extending the play, giving him time, but a breakdown in the coverage in the secondary.
Yeah, the coverage, there had to be a breakdown, as you say, Jim, because he just sat there. The outside guy ran him inside. There was nobody there, so there should have been a corner or a safety over there looking at it, or a linebacker.
So 2-point conversion coming up. They'll go receivers 2 by 2. Edwards in there as well. Low snap. Handed to Edwards. Edwards fighting his way towards the goal line, and there's going to be no good on the conversion. So with 4:58 left here in the first quarter, the Rams take a 22-7 lead over the Cobras. They capitalize on the fumble and put 6 points up after the turnover.
Yeah, now Cleveland's just, they've got to be patient here. Don't force. You're down by 2 scores and an extra point, and a 2-point conversion, rather. So you're fine. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and you've also got a possession coming up in the third quarter. Again, we talk about that coin toss.
Yep.
In this situation, this may not be an advantage. It may be a necessity for the Cobras come third quarter.
Absolutely. So they've got to run with them. They have got to stay with it. And there's some jogging going on, and I see the guys in the stripes who are saying, get to your sidelines. And
much like you would expect in a rivalry, and crosstown here.
Yeah, let's just not let it get out of hand. That's all. That's all I say. Play the game. do what you got to do, but play the game.
4:58 left here, first quarter. Rams with a 22-7 lead over the home team Cobras. And it will be Matt Wise back there as well as Tyree Knight to return for the Cobras. See if we get another kicker here for the Rams. They've gone with 2 already. They went big, and then they went skill position. We'll see what the third option is. Maybe a linebacker.
That's all right. Hey, as long as it gets down there, that's all they care about. Well, they set it, so they got to get up there and kick it.
It's either Derek Drumfield or Eddie Edwards, one or the other. They both wear number 1. Ball going to be held on the ground by Eric Wallace. And he'll get a boot into this one, end-over-end kick. Fielded at the 25-yard line by Matt Wise. Wise cutting to the outside. He'll slip 1 tackle, slip 2, but he will not get past the 30. He'll make it past the 35, down near the 37-yard line. So decent field position for the Cobras again, but not much leeway for the Cobras in terms of mistakes. With just 4:53 left here in the first quarter, and they already trail 22-7.
Yeah, now they got to be patient and do what they got to do, and again, play smart football here. Don't make any mistakes. And that was Edward Jr. on the kick.
So Eddie Edwards kicking off here again. It's two different kickers, maybe 2 different plans there. As it'll be Angelo Thompson and Tyree Knight, the receivers to the far side. Wise and Tufts to the near side. TJ Johnson in at running back. Thompson at quarterback. Back to pass. He'll pump fake, fires downfield, caught by Devin Tufts, and he'll get inside the 45, down near the 42-yard line, depending on where they're going to spot it. They'll actually give him the 41. It's enough for a Cleveland first down, and Thompson reading that defensive secondary well.
Yeah, Frazier was back, and he was way back, so he was able to pop that thing right in there and get a good yardage on it. So until they come up and play tough, that's a smart move by Cobras, playing that quick, short game.
So 1st and 10 in Rams territory. Ball marked at the 41. Under 4.5 minutes to play here, first quarter. Slow-moving first quarter here. It's Thompson now in the shotgun. Johnson to his left. Receivers 2 by 2. Tufts and Wise to our near side. Tyree Knight and Thompson to the far side. Quick pass out to Tufts. He's going to find a little bit of room to run inside the 40. He'll get inside the 40 down to the 38. Pickup of 3. 2nd and 7 now for Cleveland is Thompson, as you would say, Coach, just taking what the defense is giving them.
Absolutely, and that's all they have to do. So they just got to do it well. Here we go. We got a little mix-up here. All right, we got referee marks the ball.
So 2nd and 7.
Okay, we got a 2-yard, a 3-yard gain on that. We'll take that. That's all right.
They'll break the huddle with the same formation. Johnson will remain the running back. Tufts and Wise so far. A productive day here. Trailing 22-7 though. Overcast skies here. Some rain expected to come in right around the 8-9 o'clock hour. Play action. Fires over. They're going to have Matt Wise again. He's going to take a shot. He'll hold on to the ball. And it'll be marked at the 26-yard line. And I believe that was going to be Chris Frazier laying the boom on him. But I don't think Wise was going to be able to drop the ball the way that Frazier hit him. He almost hit the ball right into his chest.
Yeah, but that was close to a headgear, though. He went to his head a little bit, gave him a little bit of chin music, so I don't know. That should have been a 15, but we'll let that slide. The official makes that call.
So Wise with the great catch, Frazier with the big hit. And Cobras will go right back to the line. 2:48 left here in the first quarter. Thompson waiting for the snap, trying the hard count. Got the patrician several times last week. Hand off to Johnson. TJ inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. Pick up of a couple. 2.5 minutes left here to play. And, Coach, when you have that passing game, it's one kind of feed off the other. The passing game has been good. Going to open up the run game a little bit.
Yeah, they got to mix it up a little bit. They got to do what they got to do. Harlan Page had that big paw around him, and he brought him down. He's a big man, and he's got some strength to him because he was past him, and he reached out and grabbed him.
Yeah, you take a look at that front three for the Cleveland Rams, and those are the kind of guys you want standing behind you.
Well, that looks like a good 300-pound mix across the board, I can tell you that.
So the unenviable task for Lamorris Dillard, that offensive line. As they'll go 3 receivers at the far side. That'll be Wise, Thompson, and Knight. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Tufts. He'll be one-on-one with Marquise Hodges, I believe. So Thompson in a shotgun. Lower snap, back to pass. Fires down here, looking for Tufts, but a misread on the pattern here as Tufts went to the inside. Thompson went to the outside. We have a flag, and I believe they're going to have a late hit on Dave Thompson. At least that's what he's asking for.
Yeah, there's a flag. I got to believe that was personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. They drilled them. We have 2 flags, one in the middle, so I don't know if it's going to be holding. It may be offset right now.
Yeah, I saw a preliminary call of holding, but as we're going to bring in the head linesman, the umpire, and the referee, they're all going to discuss this.
It was definitely a personal foul late hit. There's no doubt about it.
So they can only accept one of those, I believe. So we'll see. So I'm going to have a hold call against the Cobras, and we're going to have a personal foul against the Rams, and those penalties will offset. They're both live ball fouls, so they will offset, and we will do it again.
All right, here we go. No harm, no foul, as they say.
That play never happened, Coach.
Yeah.
Knight, Thompson, and Wise to the far side.
So it should be second down, correct?
Well, according to our down marker, it says 3, but
it should be second down. Yep.
Hard to say. Single receiver to the near side. Slap Thompson in the shotgun. T.J. Johnson to his left. They'll be on the left hash mark. 1:16 left here, first quarter. Rams with a 22-7 lead. Thompson, 3-step drop, fires it over to T.J. Johnson with some room to run. He'll drop his shoulder inside the 20 and get down to the 16-yard line. And that's going to be so close to a first down. It's going to all depend on where that ball is going to be marked. And they're going to wait for the umpire to mark the ball. It's at the 16. He needed to get to the 16. And indeed, it should be.
That should be a first down.
Under a minute to play here. Okay, they're calling for the clock to run, but now they're going to have the chain crew move. Okay, little hesitation there. The headlinesman wanted to be sure before he moved him, but the clock will continue to run with just about 40 seconds left here first quarter, Coach.
Yeah, we got some young people on the chain, so he lined at the headlines and he's trying to help out over there as much as he can. Clock running, 33, 32, plenty of time. It's only the first quarter, so.
So Thompson in the shotgun again. 3 receivers to the far side. 20-second mark here left. Johnson with the handoff, upfield, inside the 5, and down near the 2-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. First and goal for Cleveland. The clock will stop momentarily with 12 seconds left. Coach, if I'm the Cobras, I'm probably letting this go down.
Oh, yeah, just
let the clock expire and head to the second quarter here. They'll flip sides of the field as we come to the end of the first quarter. After 1, it is the Cleveland Rams with a 22-7 lead over the home team Cleveland Cobras. You are listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network. We're back right after this.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodSwimandTennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
The stations that are always ahead of the game. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast. Youngstown, Ohio.
We'll flip sides of the field here. Second quarter action coming up from Lakewood, Ohio. The Cleveland Rams with a 22-7 lead over the Cobras, but the Cobras knocking on the doors. They will have first and goal. And again, we will see where they're going to mark this.
As the 2 Craven brothers are having a little I think I throw an elbow there.
Well, he's got an injury this week. He's playing through the pain.
Is that what it is?
So, yeah, we're going to. So, Cleveland, the Cobras there with that run game. Again, we talked about passing game, going to the outside and opened up that middle very nicely.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I was watching the guard on the right side, and I'll tell you what. He did an outstanding job. I'll tell you right now, that was good. That's Trey Carr.
Yeah. Carr, one of the veterans on that offensive line. Abe Taylor now going to be a tight end to the right. Single receiver to the right of Thompson. That'll be Matt Wise. Twin receivers to the far side. First and goal. First play of the second quarter as Robinson will be the running back for Cleveland. We've seen more and more of him as the season has progressed. And so far, Coach, we like what we see again from him. A little bit of a younger running back.
Absolutely.
But shoulders square and north and south.
Absolutely.
So Thompson, last-minute instructions for Robinson. Wait for the snap. Dillard with a good snap. Play action. Fires over the middle. And it's going to be tipped. Looked like it was tipped just in the middle there. Going to go out of bounds. It's going to bring up second and goal for Cleveland. For the Cobras.
I want to tell you something. If he hands that ball off, there was a hole on that left side that even you, Jim Craven, could have run through that one. I guarantee you.
I don't know. Does he want to give the ball to Robinson after last week? You don't want to get that ball.
I tell you what, though. That was wide open. Wow, they did a great job blocking that, and there was nobody in that hole.
And if you didn't listen last week, Robinson had a little issue with the heat and was watering the grass in North Jackson. As they'll go twin receivers to the far side. Taylor will be the tight end to the right. Robinson the running back. Thompson waiting for the snap. 14:23 left here, second quarter. Hand off to Robinson. He's going to be hemmed up in the middle of the line. Nowhere to go.
Well, Coach saw what I saw, and unfortunately, though, there was a linebacker standing in a hole that time, and they tried to run the same play. All it was he was lined up to the right, and he ran a counter left, but they forgot about the linebacker standing in the hole, and he was able to come and drop him.
That brings up third and goal now for Cleveland. Just under 14 minutes of play here, second quarter. Rams with a 22-7 lead. So you're down, but you've got a kicker in here. Doesn't work out on third down, you bring on Ben Lyons.
Well, I think that's what you're going to have to do just to get that score down that little bit. But that's why we're in the booth and they're on the sidelines.
I can see a good conversation between Coach Gessler and Coach Noble about that.
Absolutely.
So Robinson will remain the running back. He'll take a step up. Thompson in the shotgun. We'll have a tight receiver to the left. Rolling out to our side. He'll float it into the corner. And it's going to be knocked away. Actually, it's going to be Matt Wise that had to go on defense and knock that ball away. Pass was a little bit short. Now, fourth down for Cleveland. And we'll see. It looks like they're going to bring on the special teams.
And I think that's a smart move. They needed the touchdown, but I'll tell you what, just to be on the safe side, kick the 3 points. They're going to the other end. I think that's a smart move by Coach.
Yeah, we will have to go to the other end of the field. Because we talk about this weekly. If you kick the ball on this end, it's going to end up in somebody's bedroom or bathroom. We're not sure. So there's a net to this side, but if you overkick the net to our left, it will go into the street. So I guess we'll take our chances on this end.
Yeah, because where I see the top of the net, it doesn't look like it's really up. It's about halfway down the goalpost.
Well, and if this ball goes in the street, we'll see maybe Jesse Caldwell climbing that fence. Trying to recover that. Those things cost money, Coach.
Well, they got a net on this side. It's up as high as a flagpole, so I think they're going to be okay over on this side. The other side, not so much.
So we'll go safely here on the left side to our left. As a couple times here we forgot to flip it back. Yeah. So we have that problem too. But in this case, we will improvise, adapt, and overcome. So ball is marked, I believe, at the 3-yard line, so there should be a 20-yard field goal attempt for Ben Lyons. C.J. Hill on the hold for the Cobras. I keep wanting to say Cleveland, Coach, but both teams are Cleveland. Clock's now running, 13:15 left here in the first quarter. Ben Lyons with his second game of the season here as he sets up. Hale waiting for the snap. Snap decent. Kick is up.
Beautiful.
And it is
in the street.
Good, and it is headed for Boston Heights. 13:03 left here. Second quarter. Cobras add a field goal. They still trail by a score of 22-3. we will step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
This is number 56.
.303 left here, second quarter. Ben Lyons adds a 20-yard field goal. Cuts the Rams lead to 22-10, but some work to do for the Cobras defense.
Yeah, let's see what happens now. Let's see if they go right down there and see where they kick it. So it'll be interesting. They're going to just come to this side and goes out of bounds, it goes out of bounds. But they are offset, and I think they want to keep him pinned on the sidelines.
So 20-yard field goal for the Cobras. Cuts it to a 12-point lead. As Lyons will kick this off from the right hash and is going to kick this right down the sideline. It'll fall in and take... It's going to fall inside, picked up by the Rams. They were waiting for it to go out of bounds at the 15, bring it up the near sideline, and it's going to be, I believe, Cam McCauley on the return, being knocked out just past the 40-yard line. Excuse me, that's going to be Hundley. Knocked out of bounds. So what could have been somewhat disastrous there, Coach. A little bit awkward is I think they were waiting for that ball to go out of bounds.
Yeah, it's they had him pinned, and unfortunately, that was a good return.
So the Rams will start at their own 45-yard line. 12:56 left here, second quarter. Rams with a 22-10 lead. Rams 5-1 in the 3A portion of the PAFL. Cobras 3-3 in the 2A version of the PAFL. So clock stopped here, just under 13 minutes to play. Cobras will be back at home next week as they wrap up the 2025 season against the Youngstown Patricians. Of course, they got the 24-9 win over the Youngstown team in North Jackson last week.
Very young team, very good team, and their time will come.
Very tenacious, I'll tell you that. They hung in there.
Tenacious.
I like that. Big words. So it'll be Anglin in the shotgun. I was saying Hundley, I apologize. So twin receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Back to pass is Anglin. Under pressure, Picorni is there. Both Picornis there, hands up. As Ambrose Picorni trying to take the angle away from him. That's going to cause Anglin to throw this into the dirt, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Getting the pressure here, but to track down William Anglin there and take that away from him, that's a tough assignment.
Yeah, because you had both Picornis there, and I'll tell you what, they were smart this time. They stayed square to the line of scrimmage. They squeezed on him, so he went to kind of give it a little juke step, and that didn't work, so they ran him out of bounds.
So 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Ball at their own 45-yard line. Approaching the 12-minute mark of the second quarter. So down by 12 are the Cobras. It's Anglin now in the shotgun. Twin receivers to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. It'll be one-on-one with, I believe that's going to be Kev Fortson. Handoff straight up the middle, trying to find some room. Get to the outside. Little John trying to track him down, but he'll have a big gain inside the 45. Down to the 42-yard line. And plenty enough for a Rams first down.
Yeah, that was a good job. They had him, but this team is loaded with speed. That's what I see. And, boy, let me tell you what, the Cobras got to keep them lassoed because they get around that corner and they just can't run with them.
Yeah, angle's very important when you're trying to slow down a team that's that fast. As the clock will continue to run here, under 11 and a half minutes to play. And it is going to be the Rams. They're going to take a timeout. 11:26 left here, second quarter. You are listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network. We are back on the other side of this. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Rams take a timeout, 11:26 left here, second quarter. Rams with a 22-10 lead over the Cobras. Anglin now in a shotgun. Hundley going to traipse over to his right hip. Twin receivers to the far side. That'll include Bijan Walker. Familiar name. As Anglin now stepping back, fires downfield, has a man open. Ball's going to be knocked around, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, there was 3 defenders, make that 4 defenders against 2. So that was a good job by Cleveland Cobras.
Yeah, it looked initially like they were going to have an open receiver. And then the secondary of Cleveland, or excuse me, the Cobras. I keep saying Cleveland there, guys. There's 2 Cleveland teams here.
Yeah.
As they converge on the ball, and it falls harmlessly to the turf. I'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Rams.
Yeah, but a good job by the guys up front, too. They kept him bottled. He tried to get to the outside, and he had to pull up because there was nothing to the outside. They kept him inside, and that's what the job needs to be done.
So 2nd and 10, ball at the Cobra 42-yard line. Donovan Mormon now in the center of the Cleveland defense, but Picorni to each side. Tamir Stevens on the far side. Got some chatter going on. We're trying to call something. Somebody recognized something. As Anglin back to pass, and Ambrose Picorni under, and the ball came out, and it's going to be covered up by Albert Picorni, and the Cobras get a turnover. 10:32 left here, second quarter, and it couldn't come soon enough here, coaches. You want to try to put some points up here, close the gap as you get to that third quarter.
Absolutely. Boy, they needed that one. And what caused that one, he got flushed as he started running. He's carrying that ball like a loaf of bread, and it looked like he just dropped the ball, maybe hit his side and it come out. I didn't get a good look on, but I watched it pop, and I watched Picorni on that. That's a great job.
Yeah, notice they're missing Durante Nolling. He's down on the sideline, not dressed this week. That's a loss for the Cobras. But the home team will have the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. 10:32 left here, second quarter. Cobras trying to capitalize on a fumble here, trailing by 12.
Now they just need to be smart. Don't do anything silly.
2-by-2 are the receivers now. Johnson to the right of Thompson. Got some movement up front, and we're going to have a whistle. Everybody on the offensive line but Lamoris Dillard moved, so now either 4 are wrong or one was right.
I have no idea. We don't know. We see, we have no clue.
All right, coach's favorite call, 1st and 15. You always love to check the playbook, see what's available there.
And
Did you ever chart that one out, Coach, 1st and 15?
With the scourge, yes. I told the officials one time, just do me a favor. When we get the ball, just mark it 1st and 15. We seem to do that a lot.
Much like Dave Thompson, Mike Withrow had the same thing. He had a hard count. So Thompson waiting for the snap and a shotgun. 10-10 left here. Quick pass out to the far side. It's going to be dropped by Tyree Knight. They're going to say incomplete. Rams thought it was going to be a backward pass, but that's going to bring up 2nd and 15 now for the Cobras after getting the turnover, but going in the wrong direction.
I'll tell you what, he catches that ball. Whoever the defensive back was that's coming up, I'm not sure which one, but let me tell you what, he was coming like a train. All he had to do was step one side, and he got an alley on that outside.
Tyree Nate looking to get his hands on the ball. We like when he's in the open field. So they'll send 3 receivers this time. It'll be Tufts, Knight, and Thompson to the far side. D'Angelo Thompson, that is. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Matt Wise. 2nd and 15 for Cleveland, for the Cobras. Back to pass, 3-step drop. Under pressure, Page going to put the pressure on, tried to get it out to T.J. Johnson. He couldn't hold on to it. I don't think there would have been much room for him to go anywhere anyway, as it was going to be Kevin Green Jr. right there. But that's going to bring up 3rd and 15 now for the Cobras.
They got to be smart here. Really got to be smart here.
Drake Carr going to have to come out. Looks like he's having a problem with his helmet. He'll be replaced on the offensive line. So still 1st and 15, ball at the Cobra 42-yard line. Approaching the 9-minute mark of the second quarter. 22-10 is your score in favor of the visiting Rams. Knight and Thompson, the receivers to the far side. Tufts and Wise to the near side. Cobras will have to get to the Rams 44-yard line for the first down. Hard count by Slap Thompson. Thompson, quick pass over the middle. It's going to be intercepted at the midfield stripe and brought down near the 38-yard line. Marquise Hodges, the linebacker for the Cleveland Rams, picks that one off. So the Rams return the favor. They get the turnover. 8:34 left here, second quarter. And Coach, we're kind of right back to where we were before the Cobra turnover.
Yeah, absolutely. Doggone it. He threw that ball right into coverage. I don't know what he was looking at. I didn't see where the receiver was, but he threw it right in that DB's arms, and just not good. I'm going to do a little shout-out to Brock Lynn. It is his birthday. My girl Carol, it's his her grandson. I believe he turned 16. Not sure on that, 15, 16. I believe he's 16 today. Into a lot of music records and everything, so happy birthday, young man. From
music and records. Do we still have records?
I'll tell you, he goes out and collects all kinds of records. I'll tell you what, a lot more people are getting turntables and doing that now. They're bringing vinyl back.
What is old is new again here. Coach branching out into the music industry. They'll mark the ball at the Cobra 39-yard line. 8:34 left here in this half. Rams with a 22-10 lead. As they'll go twin receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. That'll be Hundley. I think there's 2 Hundleys on here.
I believe.
Yep. Joanna who wears number 3. Play action, pass. Gaddy putting the pressure on. The ball's going to be dropped. Trying to set up the screen, couldn't get it there. Deshaun Evans couldn't hold on to it. And we'll hit the turf, and we'll have 8.5 minutes left here in the first half.
But Corny, Albert, right on that, though. I'll tell you what, if he catches that ball, old number 91 is going to have a little bit of snack because, boy, he was waiting. Whew. That would have been a hard hit.
Recently, we've seen a lot more production out of the 3-man front. Again, we talked about Ambrose and Albert Picorni. Nehemiah Lightfoot in at the nose tackle now. He's wearing 45.
And that, I'll tell you what, you ain't moving him very far.
So second down and 10 for the Rams. Edwards to the left of Anglin. Have a tailback, single receiver to the near side. And a handoff straight up the middle and brought down near the 36, 37-yard line, depending on where they mark it. And I think that Chris Andrews was looking for a horse collar tackle. He may not get that. Of course, we played a little bit with Chris Andrews. He's the guard for the Cleveland Rams.
Picorni again on that tackle. He just absolutely threw that big arm and paw out there, and he just wrestled him, threw him to the ground. So great defense. He has stepped up here. He looks like he's possessed. I mean, he is going for it. Outstanding so far, first half.
So 2nd and 8. We're called 3rd and 8, excuse me. Forgot about the incomplete pass on the screen. So 3rd and 8 for the Rams. They'll go empty backfield. Anglin in the shotgun. Under 7 minutes to play here, first half. Rams with a 22-10 lead. Twin receivers to the near side, 3 receivers to the far side. It'll be to the right of Anglin. Back to pass, looking to his left. Under pressure by both Picornis, trying to get their hands up. Pump fake, and he's going to get the angle as he gets to the 40, 35, and he'll go out of bounds near the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down, and I have to assume just because they don't have a kicker, they're in decent distance, they're probably going to go for it on 4th down.
I would imagine.
So they're going to mark the ball right at the 35. As Donovan Mormon will make his way back to the field. Lightfoot will head to the sideline to get a breather. So rotation going on there, but Albert and Ambrose Picorni really putting on the pressure there. The problem is, though, Anglin really able to extend these plays with his legs.
But I tell you right now, that's okay. He's not getting outside on that particular one. Obviously, he did. But it took him a long time. DBs are doing an outstanding job staying with his man. They have got to just keep him. They cannot let him get inside. They have got to get depth of him.
Sean Evans going to be the outside receiver to the right of Anglin. Eric Wallace will be the slot receiver. 3 receivers to the near side. Julian Hundley will be the outside receiver, and he'll have Cam McCauley, I believe that's going to be, Hundley next to him. Throws it down the near sideline, and it's going to be caught inside the 10-yard line, down near the 8-yard line by the Rams. And an outstanding reception by Julian Hundley. Kev Fortson on the coverage, and I don't know if you could have got better coverage than that. It was just a great catch.
At the last minute, he took his eyes off of it, and the receiver was able to cut across him, and it dropped it right in. It was a great throw. I'll tell you what, great throw, great catch.
5:19 left here in the first half. They're going to mark the ball at the 7, so first and goal at the 7. Anglin back to pass, under pressure. He's going to reach to the outside. Ambrose Picorni chasing him down. Can't get to him. Throws it into the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught by the Rams. 28-10 is your score. And I believe that's going to be Eddie Edwards on the reception for the Rams. They extend the lead to 28-10.
You know what? I didn't see. Did you happen to see where he released that ball? It looked like he had to be close to that line of scrimmage, but I don't know. I did not see.
Yeah, hard to say, and that would have been a call, I believe, by the umpires. He would watch there, but also you have the head linesman over there.
Right.
And neither one of them called that. So with 5:03 left, it'll be Edwards on a 7-yard touchdown reception for the Rams. It was the visiting team, a 28-10 lead, pending the 2-point conversion. So far, they are 2 for 3 on the conversions here. It is. Anglin now will have Edwards to his left, 3 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. That'll be Julian Hundley. Anglin waiting for the snap. Clock stopped with 5:03. Back to pass. Fires out to his left. And it's going to be caught in the back of the end zone by Hundley. We have a flag on the far side by the head linesman. And I believe that's going to be against Cleveland. The Rams are going to indicate that they're going to decline it. And that should make it a 30. Well, I don't know. The head linesman over there, okay, it is going to make it 30-10. With 5:03 left here in the second quarter. So Cobras with some work to do here. Just 5 minutes left in the first half. And again, they will get the ball in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're just, I don't know what the discussion is, but it was a 2-point conversion, so they can't. They got it. Now Cleveland's got to go down 5 minutes. Be patient. They've got to score. They got to stay in this.
So kick return team for the Cobras coming onto the field. It'll be Tyree Knight, Matt Wise back to return. Not a bad night here. Overcast, guys. Expecting some rain coming in later, maybe towards the end of the game, but temperature-wise, not too bad. Still in the 80s here, but not as bad as it's been the last couple of Saturdays.
Yeah, there's a slight breeze coming into the box. We thank you for that. Otherwise,
if you open the windows, it kind of circulates around a little bit. That helps.
Yep. And we got as many opened as possible.
Only Gaddy going to make his way to the field. And it looks like that's going to be Derek Drumfield kicking this off. And we have a couple double numbers here on both sides. Drumfield with a line drive. That'll fall to the 25-yard line, picked up by Tamir Stevens. Stevens to the inside, has a little bit of room to run, and he'll be contacted near the 42-yard line and knocked back. And the Cobras will have it 1st and 10 with 4:54 left here in the half. They trail by 20. So a little bit of work here, and you need to talk about field goals, but at this point you take any points you can get going into that third quarter.
Absolutely. Wow. He had forward progress. I believe it should have been the 43. They marked it at the 40. Well,
okay, so we'll go with close enough. So they'll mark this at the 40-yard. They kind of split the difference, I think.
Yeah, is that what it is?
I guess. So twin receivers to each side. Thompson in the shotgun. Johnson to his right. See Gaddy mostly on defense today. Quick pass out to Devin Tufts. Looking for some room to run. He'll cut back in, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And Fillmore going to knock him out of bounds. It's a 2nd and 10 now for the Cobras. No gain on the play.
Yeah, that's good coverage. We got a beanbag or something on the ground here.
Or somebody's. Oh yeah, I thought it was maybe Chris Frazier's mouthpiece.
Yeah.
He picked it up. It looked like he was going to put it in his mouth.
I did take a good look at it. It was a beanbag.
So just under 4.5 minutes to play first half. Cleveland trailing 30-10.
Offense has got to get in motion here a little bit better.
Thompson right to the line. Carr back in. And it's going to be handed off to Johnson. Nowhere to go. Harlan Page going to be brought down. And there's a number 8 on the field. He made the initial contact. I don't know who that is. Don't have a number 8 on the Rams roster.
We do not. Something didn't look right. It looked like we had no tackle on this side. I don't know if they went over.
And we tried to take a look at that again. And
yeah, now it's okay, but
we missed it.
Yeah, 77 was the guard.
Yep, so Sanson back in at the right tackle. We're going to assume that was the issue, but nonetheless, 3rd and 12 for the Cobras. 3:29 left here first half. Thompson with the hard count. A little bit awkward there. No flag, though. Caught by, actually through the hands of Matt Wise, and it'll bring up 4th down. And I think for the first time today, we will see Jeff Cooper Ryder trying to flip sides of the field for the home team. Wise has been pretty dependable here, but right through his hands. And it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, I tell you what, he threw it. All Wise had to do was get his hands up there. He threw it right where he needed to. It was right on spot, but.
And I want to thank everybody for joining us here on this Saturday night, Week 7 of the Premier Amateur Football League. An 8-game regular season for the PAFL will come to a conclusion next week as the Cobras will host the Youngstown Patricians. That will be a 6:45 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff as Morris Dillard will come on. He'll do the long snapping. Jeff Cooper Ryder back to do the kicking duties. It will be Julian Hundley setting up right around his own 30-yard line to return this. Rams already have a 100-yard kickoff return today. A little bit of a high snap. Cooper Ryder will get this one away, and it's going to be a nice punt. Fielded. I'm actually going to let it roll. He'll be picked up at the 16-yard line. Room to run. He'll get out near the 40 and be brought down near the 43-yard line. Kevin Clayton making the initial contact. And we're going to have a flag on the play. Some jawing after the game, after the play. And that's the first one we've seen today. 2:08 left here. We're about 8 seconds away from the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if this is going to be one on each side.
Well, I'll tell you what, somebody from the Rams came over and gave a shove, and then another one came in and gave a shove. So I got to think that would have to be, I'm assuming it's against the Rams. They should have.
And D'Angelo Thompson having a conversation with one of the Rams over there. Chris Andrews out there dancing a little bit, the guard for the Rams, and I'll tell you, you're not going to find many guys on the field that have a better disposition to him.
Tell you
he could be up by 30, down by 30, and he's going to have a good time either way.
And let me tell you what, there's a whole lot of bubble gum there. I want to tell you something right now. A lot of chewed bubble gum hanging out of that bottom of that jersey, but that's all right.
Some of the great guys from around this level of football that got to play with. And we'll see where this is going to be. I don't think we've gotten any calls. We saw the flag, but again, were they offsetting? We're not sure. Did we miss the call? And 2:08 left here. Rams are going to take a timeout, maybe try to sort all of this out. This will give the officials an opportunity as well. We'll step aside for a break. You are listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
.208 left here, second quarter. So after all of the discussion, I don't see any enforcement of any penalties. Ball will be marked at the 43-yard line. Twin receivers to the near side. That'll be Aaron Hunter one-on-one with Kev Fortson. Play action by Anglin. He'll dump this one over the line. Flag will come in. And the Rams will make it inside the 50, down to the 48-yard line. But let's see what the laundry is. As a wise man once said, hold the phones. And they're going to say it's a hold coming up against the Rams. And I believe that's going to be their first penalty of the day, Coach, the first play penalty.
Right.
So far a well-disciplined game by the Cleveland Rams.
You made that comment, hold the phones. I remember BR, Bob Roth, always announced for Youngstown City Schools, and that's what he would announce at YSU Stadium. First down, but hold the phones.
Very distinct voice in the Valley.
Yeah, BR was all right. He was a pretty good guy.
So I believe I keep saying Cleveland. They're both Cleveland guys. I'm sorry. The Cobras, I think, took a timeout here, but we'll keep it right here. Oh, I'm sorry, 2-minute warning. They let the clock run down here, so 2-minute warning coming up here. And the Cobras, a lot of work to do here. Need to make some adjustments at the half. And I don't know, Coach. I like the way the secondary is playing for the Cobras, but do you feel like you go back to that four-man front here with the Picornis on the end? It seems like they're getting some pressure, but
right. But you need that extra guy in the middle. That's what I say. Get some pressure on him because they got him running all over. They just can't get to him. So if you put that third man down, now you got those holes inside where they're coming, and then now it's not 3 against 5.
Lightfoot will be in at the nose position for the Cobras as we get to the 2-minute warning here in Lakewood. Rams with a 30-10 lead. Back to pass is Anglin. Pass over the middle. It's going to be dropped inside Cobra territory. Pass was intended for Jawan Hundley. And if he would have caught that, Coach, I think he would have still been running.
Well, they have Lamar Hill there on him, but whew, let me tell you what. Wow.
Great pass by Anglin, though, right there. Hit him right in the hands.
Very impressed by this quarterback. I'll tell you what, big, tall, got good speed, and got a great arm. I'll tell you what, this young man can really play the game. And his receivers don't drop very many. And I'm kind of surprised. It hit him in a bad place, his hands.
Seems like Anglin has a very calm presence back there in the backfield. Doesn't panic too much.
No, not at all.
Even when you got a couple of Picornis coming at you. That would make anybody nervous, but he seems to have handled it pretty well.
I was talking to both of them when I was on the field, and I look like a midget next to these guys. They're big people.
So 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Empty backfield for Anglin. Aaron Hunter will be the near outside receiver again, one-on-one with Fortson. Back to passes Anglin, under pressure from Picorni. Gave him up to the inside, pass, and it's going to be cut at the midfield stripe, and he will be knocked out of bounds near the 32-yard line. And Julian Hundley, with the great catch and run, gets well into Cobra territory with 1:46 left here in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, great throw. They're just sitting down and they're finding it, but The problem lies if Corney goes outside in. He took a straight 45, and he's coming like a train. And all he did was sidestep him, and he had plenty of time. So they've got to come shoot for his outside shoulder, but they got to gear down too.
And I don't know if these two know a gear down here. The way they've played today, we've seen them running all over the field.
I understand that, but it's when they're rushing in that fast and you're head up on him, you got to get to his outside, and you got to gear down when you get to him.
It's all about angles.
Angles, and you got to watch your speed going in because all he does is sidestep them.
So Hundley and Hunter will be the receivers to the near side. Angling in an empty backfield, 3 receivers to the far side. Rams moving right to left, back to pass, looking out to his left. Shoulder fakes, trying to set up, under some time, getting some pressure, but creating a lot of time with his legs. And pump fake, and he's going to get inside the 30, 25-20, cut back to the inside. He'll be inside the 15 and brought down near the 11-yard line, maybe the 10. See what they're going to give him. But under a minute to play here in the first half, and the Rams take a timeout. They'll try to slow things down a little bit. We'll keep it right here as we approach the halftime break. And again, for the secondary, a great job by the Cobras, but unfortunately for them, Anglin has done a great job of opening that play up with his legs.
Absolutely. They got caught again going inside, and he just stepped back and got to the outside, and there was nobody there.
So 56 seconds left here in the half. Cobras looking to hold them here. Try not to dig the hole any deeper. Trailing by 20.
Yeah, that wouldn't help.
We'll be back here next week here in Lakewood as we wrap up the 2025 PAFL regular season. The Cobras taking on the Youngstown Patricians. They'll make the relatively short trip from Youngstown.
Unless, of course, you take the scenic route because of GPS.
Yeah, Google Maps, thank you.
Yeah, we were able to
add an additional 4 minutes, but we took a tour of all the great, great monuments here.
Yeah, we saw the
Progressive
stadium.
Field.
Yeah,
Huntington, is it Huntington Bank Field? Cleveland Brown Stadium, Huntington Bank Field.
Yep.
Of course, that will be heading to Brook Park here, coming up in the somewhat.
I'm glad my bank is supporting the Cleveland Browns. That's a good thing. I bank at Huntington.
Yeah, hey, you know what, Coach? They spent your money to get those naming rights. Thank you, Huntington.
You mean they don't just put it in a box with my name on it?
I don't. I'm waiting for the email myself. So, Anglin now back to pass. He'll roll out to the far side. Under pressure, he'll throw it back to the other side, and it's going to be caught at the 5-yard line. He'll be touched down by Kev Fortson. Bijan Walker on the reception for the Rams. And 42 seconds left here. Clock will continue to run. The Rams are taking their time.
And I believe they are probably out of timeouts, so they got to move a little bit here. Out of timeouts.
Ball marked at the 4-yard line. They can actually get another first down at the 1. I'm sure they would prefer not to do that. But with 20 seconds left here in the half, it'll be Anglin in the backfield by himself. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Hunter and Fortson, again, one-on-one and to the bottom of your screen. Low snap. He'll play on his feet. Under pressure. Has the corner. Looking for an open receiver. It breaks down. And is that ball going to be intercepted or incomplete? And that's going to knock it away, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. The Cobras defense steps up and avoids any further damage here before the halftime break.
And that looked, and I'm not sure, but that looked like Lamar Hill on that. I'll tell you what, outstanding defense on that.
I almost think that England had an opportunity to maybe run that one in, but he chose to stay there and look downfield, and he's done a great job all night, so you really can't complain about that. Nonetheless, we hit the halftime mark here. Both teams will go into the break. The Rams take the 30-10 lead as we get ready for third quarter action. We're going to step aside for a timeout. We come back, we'll get you a scoring recap and get you ready for second half action here in Lakewood. You're listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. We're back right after this.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Halftime here in Lakewood, just about under 10 minutes left here in this halftime break. And we take a look at the scoring recap here as it would start off immediately as the Rams would take the opening kickoff 100 yards to the end zone that would give them an 8-0 lead after the 2-point conversion. It would be Deshaun Evans on the return, giving the visiting team the lead early. Not to be outdone, though, on the Cobras' first drive of the game. With 12:54 left. It would be Matt Wise on the touchdown pass from Slap Thompson. That would make it an 8-7 game. With 8:03 left in the first quarter, it would be Anglin on a 3-yard touchdown run. Hunley getting into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It will make it 16-7. The Rams would get into the end zone again. It would be Aaron Hunter on a 26-yard touchdown pass from Anglin. That came with 4:58 left in the first quarter to extend the Rams' lead. In the second quarter, 13:03 left in it, would be Ben Lyons with a 20-yard field goal that would cut the Rams' lead just a little bit there. And then, of course, the Rams, with 5:03 left in the second quarter, would be Eddie Edwards on a 7-yard touchdown pass. They would convert on the 2-point conversion, giving you your 30-10 score in favor of the Rams. And some adjustments maybe looking to be made by the Cobras here coming up in the second half. Long way to go here in this one, down by 20. But for the Cobras, great job in the secondary here, but containing Anglin has been the problem.
And again, that's why I think they need to go with a 4-man front. Again, now you have your rushers inside. Usually what that is, your 2 take up their 3, and now you got one-on-one on the outside, and I think that would help them immensely if they went to the 4-man front.
About 7.5 minutes left here in the half. Again, we will be back next Saturday as we round out the 2025 regular season here in the PAFL. Cobras will host the Youngstown Patricians, a rematch of their Week 6 matchup. Cobras get the 24-9 win in the Youngstown area, down at the Jackson Milton Stadium. They're out in the western half of Mahoning County. And then we will play the waiting game in terms of playoffs here, as the top 8 teams, I believe, will make it out of the 10. Cobras right now sitting at number 6 officially at 3-3. We'll step aside for one more timeout when we come back. Third quarter action here from Lakewood. You are listening to the PAFL here on Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia One Network. We're back right after this. Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for years he's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder. And our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app. your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Third quarter action from Lakewood coming up here. Cobras trail by a score of 30-10. We'll take a look at some scores from around the area that we can locate for you. And I believe these are all finals as the Columbus Fire get the 34-12 win over the Glass City Tigers. And I believe I saw something from our commissioner, Jermaine Campbell, trying to gather up scores himself as the Erie Express, they get the 54-12 win over the Mid-Ohio Patriots, and the Ohio Broncos get the 40-7 win over the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. And both teams now on the field as we get ready for third quarter action here. And Coach, if you're the Cobras here, you got some adjustments to make here, and we talked about the front four, but other than that, turnovers a problem, and especially with the Rams.
Well, the whole problem too is they got to keep them inside, and that's what's hurt them. And I mean, you give a quarterback that much time, receivers are going to run all over the place, and they're going to get to them. So this is what it is. They just got to tighten up now.
So the Cobras going to get the ball first here to start the third quarter, trailing by 20. Week 7 of the PAFL regular season, an 8-game regular season schedule here in this league. Youngstown Patricians coming to town next Saturday as they round out the 2025 regular season. And the return of the PAFL, I would probably call this a success here in 2025 as the PAFL returns. And for the Rams, they're going to kick this one off. And we are underway here, third quarter. Picked up near the 21-yard line. Wise working to the inside. He'll get out to the 40. Might get credit for the 41-yard line. And that's where the Cobras will start off, 1st and 10 here in the third quarter with a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a good return. Now they've got to be patient here. Whole second half. Whoop.
And one of our officials just took a ball to the head. Nobody saw it, though. Everything was fine. Not happy about it. I'll tell you that much. That's going to be our line judge over here. Abe Taylor says, sorry. I don't know who did it. I didn't see it myself. So 1st and 10. They'll be on the right hash mark. Thompson in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Wise and Tufts to our near side. Tyree Knight will be the slot to the left of Slab Thompson. 14:54 here of the third quarter. Thompson with the hard count. Quick pass out to the far. He'll get the Knight this time. Tyree Knight into the inside. Takes a big hit at the 46-yard line, but Tyree Knight will pop right back up. Fast and tough. And he held on to the ball. We've seen a couple of big hits on the receivers, but for the Cobras, they've held on to the ball.
Absolutely. That's a great job. That's all right. Great hit for you, but you know what? We just got 8 yards on that one. We'll make it 6.
Don't want to minimize the hit, but he bounced right back up.
He did.
And that's why I never wanted to be a receiver. I didn't mind being on the defensive side, but you don't want to turn your head around there
and get it knocked off.
Yeah, keep that on your shoulders here, as it'll be Thompson now in the shotgun. Johnson to his right. I'll go back to the same formation. We'll watch Wise and Tufts to the right of Thompson here at the 14-minute mark of the third quarter. Thompson back to pass. Fires it out to T.J. Johnson. Johnson with some room to run. He'll get to the inside, make it out to the midfield stripe, and he'll be upended. And it should be just enough for a Cobra first down. And the Rams come out of the pile with the ball. It was Kevin Green.
And we have a player down. He got chopped.
Yeah, it looked like everybody kind of went down awkwardly there. TJ Johnson got locked up by the ankles as well. So hopefully nothing too serious here.
Well, we don't want to see that for sure.
And they're going to pop right back up here and hopefully just need to shake that off. And
he got a couple of his buddies helping him off.
Looks like Dion Pierre will head to the sideline, but hopefully just a stinger, hopefully nothing serious. We don't like to see anybody get injured here as Beth Betancourt comes on the field. She'll try to help out, but Pierre will head to the sideline.
Yeah, he's limping bad on the one leg, so I think he may have an ankle or hopefully not a knee. We don't want to see that.
Certainly not. Twin receivers to the far side now. Thompson will be the slot. Slap Thompson in the shotgun. He'll have Robinson to his right this time. Twin receivers to the right of Slap Thompson as well. 1st and 10. 13-19 left here, third quarter if you're just joining us. Hand off to Robinson. Robinson with a little bit of cut, keeps the shoulder square, drops him and gets to the 45-yard line. Looks like a pickup of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 now for the Cobras.
Well, I'll tell you what now, if they're me being a center or a guard, anything, and I got guys standing straight up on me, I'm firing straight out, and that's not a good thing.
So 2nd down for the Cobras. 12:50 clock running. Trailing by a score of 30-10. Twin receivers to the near side as well as the other side, 2 by 2. Robinson will remain the running back. Dillard waiting for the cadence. Josh coming over the crowd here as Tom's taking 3-step drop, fires it down the near sideline, looking for Matt Wise, and it's going to go off his fingertips. And coverage provided by Cam McCauley. And it's going to bring up 3rd down now for the Cobras. And maybe a little bit, just a little too short on that.
It looked like he hit his hands on it, though. I mean, he got up in the air and had it.
That's what every quarterback would say. If it's in your hands, you better catch it.
Well, I know, but DB was right there.
It's easy to say when you're not the guy down there.
And especially you got somebody hanging all over you, too, going after the ball. So they got to get a 1st down here, keep this drive alive if they want to stay into this game.
Thompson taking the shot downfield. It'll be incomplete. Make it 3rd and 6 now for the home team. Robinson will remain the running back. Wise one-on-one with McCauley this time on the outside. Slap with the hard count. Back to pass. Fires over the middle. It's going to be tipped, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the turf. That'll bring up 4th down for Cleveland with 11:42 left here in the third quarter. Down by 20, Coach. I mean, do you start to kind of maybe think about this? Well, I think they're going to answer that question as Jeff Cooper comes out.
They're going to punt it down there, and hopefully the defense will get it done. But I don't know. At this point, you're down, and down 20 points. 11 minutes. Defense has got to step it up. If they don't, then they're going to, from this time out, they're going to have to start going for it on 4th down. They got to stop them here, though.
Cooper Ryder will punt this one away. It'll be on the left hash mark. As Abe Taylor will come in as a protector. Trying to get the number back for the returner, and I believe that's going to be Deshaun Evans. Returning, he'll set up right around his own 5-yard line. Snap is back, and they're going to get this kick away. It'll be fielded at the 10-yard line. He'll bring it out to the near side, cut back in. Some room to run, and he'll get to the outside. And Malik Gaddy going to knock him out of bounds with 10:30 left here in the third quarter. So instead of pinning them back in the shadow of their own end zone, they're going to be in Cobra territory with 10.5 minutes left.
I've always said this as a football coach, whatever level, speed kills. And let me tell you what, they've got some rockets out there. It's tough. It's tough. And you think they had him pinned, but he turned the corner. He just outran everybody.
10:30 left here, third quarter. Cobras trail by a score of 30-10. Rams with the ball now. They'll start 1st and 10 at the Cobra 35-yard line. So not a bad punt, but an even better return by the Rams.
Absolutely. And they're sticking with the three-man front.
Coach, coming up here in the not-too-distant future, Ohio High School football will be back.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. I talked to my brother Dave, who's a part of the Poland coaching staff, and he said they feel that they're going to be pretty doggone good this year.
Some excitement over there at Poland Seminary. A couple of, at least one player making his return back from the West Coast.
Yes.
So we'll be coming back to Poland. We will have plenty of coverage coming up as we'll go 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. England in the shotgun, one running back to his left. Bunch formation just inside the hash marks for the Cobras. England rolling out to the near side, calling his own number, trying to get the angle. Gaddy, closest one to him, going to chase him down, push him out of bounds, as well as Kev Fortson there defensively for the Cobras. And again, England extending those plays. I think that would look like an intentional call that time as he took the ball.
We got a flag, too. Not sure what that is, but it's got to think it's holding.
So the flag here on the near sideline, right around the 34. And indeed, the Rams starting to walk backwards. So they'll mark the ball at the Cobra 45-yard line. Rams will have to get to the 25 for a first down, which not beyond the realm of possibility. We've seen that this evening.
Yep.
Just about 10 minutes left here, third quarter. Donovan Moorman in at the nose. Picornis, Ambrose, and Albert. Oh, excuse me, that's going to be Abe Taylor now to the left of Donovan Moorman. Ambrose Picorni going to be the right side as Anglin now with the play action. Great job there. Quick pass over the middle. It's going to be intercepted by Cleveland. The Cobras inside the 40. Robert Littlejohn has one man to beat. It's Anglin. And he's going to be brought down near the 5-yard line. Robert Littlejohn, right place, right time, gets the turnover with 9:29 left here, third quarter. And the Cobra offense is in business.
I'll tell you what, Jim, he read that play absolutely perfect, saw where the guy was throwing, and all he did was step up on a dead run, and that was outstanding. Outstanding job. Wow.
So we have talked about him the last couple weeks especially, but always seems to have a solid game here. He's a game changer and has been here, and we missed him last year, played for the Ohio Gladiators, came back over here this year, and really has made a difference.
Yeah, now here's the problem, though. They had the ball here at 4 downs the last time, and they couldn't punch it in. They've got to do a better job getting it. They got it at the 4-yard line. They got to get this in. And this is the break they needed. Wow, did they need this. A lot of time left on that clock, so good job by the Cobras. They have got to get this in, though.
Yeah, 30 to 17 could be a big difference here, as it'll be Thompson in the shotgun. Is that a Donovan Moorman to his right in the backfield?
It is.
We think we know what's coming here, and nowhere to go there. They're going to collapse on him. A couple-yard loss here. They'll move this ball back to the, looks like the 8-yard line. So a loss of 3 on the play. Second and goal from the 8 now. And not a bad thought, but
no,
both ends collapse down for the Rams.
Absolutely, but they got to do some kind of maybe play action here or roll him out, do something, because all they did was sink everybody in the middle. They knew it was coming.
All right, second and goal from the 8. Moorman will stay in as the fullback. T.J. Johnson, the tailback. Stacked receivers to the right. That'll be Wise and Tufts. Single receiver to the left. The Cobra signal caller. Play action. Fires out into the corner of the end zone. Holding it. We're going to have a flag. Now it's going to be a touchdown. But let's see what the flag is. It's going to be D'Angelo Thompson on the 8-yard touchdown pass. And
that looks like they're saying it's
all
good.
All right, so they're going to decline that. Cobras get the 8-yard touchdown pass. Thompson to Thompson. Easy to remember there.
Little stutter there. Thompson to Thompson.
Cleveland cuts the Rams lead from 30 to 16 pending the extra point. And the question is, Right now, I would assume you would go just for the extra point, Coach.
Yeah, right now, you're fine now. Be careful. Hold them. We could get a second score. Now you start going. You got to go for 2. You have to. You don't have a choice.
So Cobras still in this game, well into 8:37 left here, third quarter. We have a long way to go, Coach, and we are going to flip sides of the field. They are going to go for 1. Ben Lyons going to come on for the extra point. And you like to see the fact that the Cobras are staying in this game, down 30-10. Very well, you could have said, you know what, we're going to start looking the next week, but they're still in this game here. You like to see the fight.
Well, here's the thing about that, though, Jim, is they lose this, win next week. Is that, and next week's no guarantee.
Well, and I think there was a lot of questions here. Would the 3A loss to by a 2A team affect that? And I really haven't gotten any clarification on that. And maybe the commissioner is listening in. Maybe he can throw a little something up into the board for us.
Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, Commish, let's see what you can do. Let us know exactly how they're going to play this game. Just give us a little scenario, win or lose today. What happens next week?
Yep, as we approach playoff time here. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is just inside the left upright. It is good. 8:37 left here in the third quarter. Cobras get into the end zone on an 8-yard touchdown pass. They cut the lead to 30-17 for the Rams. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You were listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
$8:37 left here, third quarter. Cobras get into the end zone. They cut the Rams' lead to 30-17.
Now that they stop them here because they've had great returns.
Ben Lyons approaching the ball here. This is going to be a high end-over-end kick. Going to be short and out of bounds, and that will prevent a return for the Rams. However, they will get the ball at the 40-yard line.
Or they decline it and make him kick it again, which I would do that. I'd decline it, and I think that's...
Well, they're calling for the defense here, so interesting. I don't think I could blame you either way on that, though.
No, I tell you what, now I'd make them kick it again.
So a 13-point lead.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to make them kick it again. That's a smart move.
Change their mind, and a lot of times, Coach, this doesn't work out when you do the re-kick. Sometimes bad things happen.
I understand that, but here's what I'm going to tell you on this. Their percentage rate right now on kickoffs have been very good.
So Coach, would you feel a little bit differently if at this point you're re-kicking, but you want to control that clock? I think you would, do you kind of just want to take it at the 40 and keep it going and not risk that?
Well, but what their feelings are is they haven't stopped them yet on a return. Now they're going to get the ball on the 20 instead of getting it on either the 10 or the 15 where they can get a run back. That's what they're after. I believe they can go 20 yards very easily if they're not covered because they're sitting about on the 21, 20-yard line. So they should be able to get a very good return here depending on how he kicks this.
The Rams took the opening kickoff, 100 yards for a touchdown to get on the board, 8-0. As Ben Lyons now this time will kick. This one's going to keep it on the ground. It's going to bounce to the 40. He'll take it to the middle, work it to the outside, and he'll spin and turn. And the ball's loose on the turf. It's loose, and Cleveland recovers it. The Cobras recover it. Nico St. Clair gets the ball. And, Coach, I just talked about it. Bad things happen sometimes on that re-kick. And this one obviously did. So I'm told Matt is saying that the Cobras only had 9 men on the kickoff team.
Well, sometimes that's a good thing.
All right,
so you can't throw a penalty for not enough guys on the field.
Maybe 11 was too many. They were getting in the way, but a turnover here. They're going to mark the ball at the Cobra 38-yard line. 8:29 left here, third quarter. Cobras with an opportunity to really close the gap here. We're only in the third quarter, so it's kind of a slow-moving game in terms of clock management. So some excitement here on the home side.
And they've got a little bit different front. The Rams got a different front up from a couple different guys, so we'll see what happens.
All right.
Move some guys around.
8:29 left here. Thompson in the shotgun, Johnson to his left. 2 wide receivers to the near side. 1 receiver tight to the left, and 1 wide. They'll send Knight in motion, and we're going to have a flag here, and I believe it's going to be, we're going to say an encroachment against the defense. So that will add 5 instead of 1st and 15, Coach. I know coaches have a call for 1st and 5.
Let me tell you what. All I want them to be is smart. If it ain't there, get rid of it. He likes throwing that quick slant on 1st and 5. So we'll see.
So they will move the ball forward.
Harlan Page is spending a lot of time on this sidelines. I mean, now he's talking to the official.
Yeah, they know that Harlan knows the Cobras very well. Spent some time here. Ball marked now at the Cobra 43-yard line. They'll go single receiver to the left. They'll go with almost like a wing. And then twin receivers, Tyree Knight will go in high motion. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson trying to find some room to run to get around there. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down at the 39-yard line. Nowhere to go there. So they will be back near the original line of scrimmage at the 38. We'll see where they're going to mark it. Our umpire with the ball. And okay, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. So no advantage gained by the encroachment penalty for the Rams. Under 8 minutes to play here, third quarter. Angelo Thompson, Matt Wise, and Tyree Knight, the receivers to the left of Slap Thompson. Devin Tufts is going to be one-on-one with Craig Williams.
In the Rams defense, they're playing up tough now.
And some movement up front here. Let's see if they're going to say a free play, and it's going to be a forward pass. That's going to be incomplete as Slap Thompson down on the turf. And I don't think I saw any flags fly on this.
Yeah, there was offsides.
But I don't see any flags on the field.
Yeah, there was.
Do we have one?
Yeah.
Okay, is it in the pile?
It was.
All right, so Thompson flipping the ball forward, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
But I thought they...
And the Cobras are going to take a timeout. 7:21 left here, third quarter. We'll step aside for a timeout as well. You're listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
This is number 56, Antoine Peterson, known as Tony Sweet. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras Football on iMedia One Network.
$7:21 left here, third quarter. Cobras take a timeout. They're going to have the ball at the 38. The original line of scrimmage prior to the penalty. That'll be an incomplete pass for Slap Thompson. That came forward, so no harm, no foul. DeAndre Carr was the nearest receiver. Thankfully didn't touch it, so no illegal touching by the offensive line. Now 3rd and 11. No, 3rd and 10. Hard to say here because they've got the ball marked at 1 yard line.
Yeah, it was supposed
1 yard apart.
Supposed to be 3rd and 10.
All right, so Thompson with Robinson to his right, back to pass, fires downfield, looking for Devin Tufts, and it's going to be knocked away by Craig Williams.
He underthrew it, Jim. He leads him. That's touchdown. He underthrew the ball.
So the punt team going to come on here. Jeff Cooper Ryder going to punt this one away. Cobras can do nothing with the turnover. However, did take away the great field position by the Rams. The offense, though, not able to cash in on that. And the return game for the Rams has been really good today, though.
Oh, yeah.
So just about the 7-minute mark here, third quarter. Cobras trail by a score of 30-17.
I'd be looking at the 20-yard line. I don't know why they're kicking over here. I'd be kicking over there.
Far away if you can.
Absolutely.
Deshaun Evans back to return. Short snap. He'll get this one away. It's going to head towards the sideline and head out. Take a Cleveland roll inside the 25, maybe near the 20-yard line. We'll see where they're going to mark it.
I got to believe it's maybe 20 or 21-yard line, I thought.
Yeah, we'll see where the officials bring the ball out as he. Rams will have it first and 10, 6:36 left here, third quarter. Rams with a 30-17 lead here in Week 7 of the PAFL. Indeed, it will be exactly lead here in Week 7 of the PAFL. The 21.
All right, Matt Craven.
Everybody
straight.
hyper focused on where that.
You.
As a coach, I'm sure that is something that you definitely watch all the time. Maybe argue for a few yards. Who knows?
No, he had it right. I'll tell you right now, that ball bounced right there.
The Cobra defense back out on the field as the Rams will have the ball first and 10 at their own 21-yard line. 6:36 left here, third quarter. Rams 5-1 coming into this week, sitting atop the 3A part of the PAFL. So Picorni, Mormon, and Taylor will be the front three for the Cobras. Anglin in the backfield. You know, Eddie Edwards in the backfield as well. Twin receivers to both sides of William Anglin. With the snap, three-step drop, back to pass. Trying to find some room to run. Taylor going to chase him down. He'll fall down. Anglin has some time. Trying to buy it as Ambrose Picorni tried to step up and grab him. He's going to slip another tackle by Littlejohn and head towards the first down marker. And just a tremendous amount of time created by the Rams signal caller with 6:21 left here in the third quarter.
But I tell you what, the DBs did an outstanding job. He had nowhere to go, but he almost fumbled that ball. He holds that thing out so far out of his body, and that's what they've noticed. They're going to try to pop that ball out.
Yeah, we've seen that once tonight already for the Rams. Abe Taylor going to make his way to the sideline.
I bet you he's tired.
Albert Picorni, yeah, that's Abe Taylor, the veteran. On the right hash mark this time. First and 10 from the 32-yard line. On the negative side of the field, Anglin in the shotgun, three receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Clock continuing to run, 5.5 minutes left. Handoff, met in the backfield of Donovan Mormon.
Donovan Mormon almost took the handoff. I mean, that's the second time I've seen him do that. I don't know if he's shooting a gap. I don't know what he's doing, but let me tell you what, he's annihilating the guy who's trying to block him.
Yeah, Eddie Edwards on the run. He'll mark the ball at the 35. Excuse me, at the 30. And if he gets that first step, that's always that first step for Mormon. If he can get that, he's hard to block.
Again, he's not he's well put together too. He's got some weight to him. That helps. If you could launch that, let me tell you.
So they go empty backfield this time. Three receivers to the left of Anglin, two to the right. Mark the ball at the 30. Actually, we'll call that a loss of 2 on the last play. Anglin back to pass. Looking out to his left, down to his right. Fires down the middle of the field, and it's going to be knocked away. And we're going to have a flag on the play.
No.
Tamir Stevens going to be called for the pass interference.
Oh, that's a bad
and
call.
I don't know about that one, Coach. It looked like they were both playing the ball.
And then one back here never called it. He called it from 15, 20 yards away.
Deshaun Evans, the intended receiver. And obviously, Coach not happy about that call. We'll get a whistle.
Wow, how does he make that call, Jim?
He'll mark the ball at the Cobra 41-yard line. 4.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. So an unfortunate call for the Cobras, as the Rams will go back to a huddle with 4:20 left third quarter.
He made that call, and that was the line judge all the way back here. The judge in the defensive backfield was standing right there, never pulled his flag. That it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Have an official's timeout.
He had no business making that call. And I've heard that from people, good officials like you and other people.
All right, so looks like the officials getting together, talking about the enforcement of the penalty, I believe. So we talked about the modified college rules here in college. Would it be a 15-yard penalty? Would it be a spot foul here? But we'll see what they're going to discuss it and see if they can get this one right. I would rather them take their time and do this, but...
And he's giving them a 10-yard penalty. That's how it should have been.
So
you're mixing your rules up here. There you go. That's better.
So they talk about the modified Canadian rules, or modified college Canadian rules that we did last week. All right. So they're going to mark the ball at the 45-yard line, so it will not be as bad as once thought.
I just don't understand that call. That's just that. I've been told by officials time after time, John Luceni, I can't make that call. That's the guy in the back's call.
Well.
And you know that. Aren't you an official? How do you make that call?
I think the call was, I'll say it was questionable to begin with.
Yes, it was.
But we officials will try to help each other out with the calls here, but nonetheless, 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 45-yard line, so they're going to be back on their side of the field. 3:43 left here, third quarter. Anglin in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, one running back to his right. Anglin rolling out to the far side, sets his feet, stepping up in the pocket, looking downfield, fires into the flats, complete at the 45, and Hundley with the ball. Going to turn back around towards his own sideline, and he's going to run into a host of Cobras near the 35-yard line. And he'll get deep into Cobra territory with 3:18 left here, third quarter. And again, the longer these plays extend, the harder they are to defend for the Cobras.
Absolutely.
So they'll mark the ball at the Cobra 35-yard line. Approaching the 3-minute mark here of the third quarter.
We already know who the leading rusher for them are.
Yeah, you don't need a statistician for that one.
Heck no.
But again, we talked about Anglin and his ability to sit back there, stay calm, and reads the field well.
He go into college anywhere? Did he come from anything?
That is an excellent question.
Because I tell you what, he's a tall, lanky quarterback, got wheels, and he could throw a dart. So I'm curious.
3 receivers to the near side. Handoff this time to Edwards. Edwards fighting through past the 30, down near the 29. With 2.5 minutes left here, third quarter. Rams probably not in a rush here, trying to eat up a little bit of this clock as we approach the fourth quarter. Cobras trailing by a score of 30-17.
Got to head a stop here, because if you don't, that's a lot of time. Big score with the fourth quarter coming. I'm not saying they couldn't do it, but if you can't stop the Rams, that's going to be tough. Got to stop them here.
It's been a great night here so far in the Lakewood area. Temperature cooling down just a little bit here. A little bit of a breeze. Hand off to Edwards. Edwards out to the right side. He'll make it down near the 20, inside the 20. Out of bounds near the 18-yard line with 1:45 left here in the third quarter. See where they're going to mark this one out. I think they may give him the 19. And the official calling for the clock to continue. As Abe Taylor will make his way to the field. We'll continue that rotation as Albert Picorni will head to the sideline.
It's just basically they had to because the way this quarterback's running all over the place, these guys are getting worn out. Yeah, we got a tap on the helmet Tuesday, and you got to give me a break here.
Yeah, Lightfoot going to head in to replace Donovan Mormon.
Yeah, Mormon was a little spent on that last play. I mean, he's giving it all. I'll give him that.
So 1st and 10 for the Rams. They'll mark it right at the 20. As we approach the 1-minute mark of the third quarter. Rams with a 30-17 lead. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Rams moving right to left. As Anglin looking for some room. He throws this. It's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And I thought that Anglin was over the line, but it won't matter as the Cobras are headed to the end zone. I don't know if I heard it. Now I hear the whistles. Lamar Hill gets the interception for Cleveland. And Adam Rogerson on the field says that he thinks it was good to be returned. However, if the officials are going to call it down, the only thing that the Cobras can do is do the play over or take the result of the play. And, of course, Coach, you want to take the result.
Oh, absolutely.
So it looks like it's going to be Cobra ball at the 20 or 25-yard line. At this point, we're trying to figure it out. The modified Canadian college rules. But Lamar Hill thought he had a touchdown. 45 seconds left here, third quarter. Cobras with another turnover. And we'll have to see if Cleveland can do anything with it. Cobras trail by a score of 30-17 here, Coach. Those turnovers, very helpful. As the Rams were moving right downfield, beneficiary of a pass interference call. And then another big play by Anglin to get him into Cobra territory.
We got players all over the place on this field. We got guys with backpacks on the field. I mean,
well, we have some photographers out on the field trying to get some action shots. Should maybe be wearing a helmet out there. I don't know. You might get hit in the head with one of these darts thrown by Thompson or Anglin.
Now, they have got to go down, just make a long drive, get within a touchdown. You've stopped them already how many times? They're giving you this.
So C.J. Hale now the single receiver to the far side. Thompson in a shotgun. He'll have one running back to each side. Twin receiver to the near side. That'll be Tufts and Wise. Thompson, max protection, back to pass. Fires out to Wise. Wise cutting to the inside, trying to create some space. He'll get down to the 25, maybe near the 26, depending on how much credit they want to give him. It'll be 2nd and 4 now for the Cobras with 30 seconds left here, third quarter.
No rush. Don't have to rush. You got the whole fourth quarter. You're down 2 scores. That's plenty of time. Your defense has really stepped up, stopped them twice on drives with picks.
And the clock will continue. I think Cobras are going to try to get one more play off. C.J. Hale, the receiver, again, single receiver to the far side.
Don't rush. Don't rush.
5 seconds left here. Thompson watching the clock.
Oh, there you go. That's a free one, baby.
And Slap Thompson drawing him off again with the hard count. We'll end the third quarter here in Lakewood. We have 3 in the books here. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, fourth quarter action. Here from Lakewood, you're listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to Set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Fourth quarter coming up here in Lakewood. Week 7 of the PAFL season. Cobras trailing by a score of 30-17. However, after an interception, Cobras now have the ball 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. As Cleveland will work from the right hash mark. And do we have a penalty here, Coach?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going 1st and 10 anyway from the 31. I wasn't up for a first down, apparently.
Yes, it was.
Thompson with the flag, and I believe it's going to be a false start coming up against the Cobras, an illegal procedure. So this is becoming a game of algebra now, +5, -5. So we're back to the play sheet, Coach, 1st and 15.
Yeah, here we go. I feel so much better with them starting 1st and 15. I'm so used to it. Just
every play sheet with 1st and 15.
I always had that.
Second and 10. There you go.
I always had that 1st and 15. We were notorious.
We preferred to just start that way.
Yeah, it was all right.
As Thompson now will have 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Flap Thompson waiting for the snap. Plants his feet, fires over the middle, caught inside the 40, and it's going to be Matt Wise to the end zone for the touchdown, 69 yards. Cobras cut the lead, 30-23, and there's that slant pattern again, Coach, and it was beautifully executed.
Exactly, they were off him, he read it, and what I like is receiver knows how to break quick. That's an outstanding job. Now you got a football game. Now get this. Now you're only down 6.
So fourth quarter starts off with the Cobras with a 69-yard touchdown pass from Wise. That cuts the lead to 30-23 pending the extra point. CJ Hale on to hold. And Ben Lyons on for the extra point. And, wow, Coach, second touchdown of the night for Matthew Wise.
And he got some yardage behind him, the stats, I'm telling you.
And they caught him in stride, too, Coach. He just never had to break. And he's going to be hard to catch once he's in step.
And that's what I like. He pulled away. Again, it was one of them ones where he just grabbed the gear.
Reminds you of a guy named Mike Thomas, maybe.
Absolutely.
So, Hale for the hold. Snap is back. Kick is up, and it is good as it heads into somebody's pickup truck bed.
Well, it was two doors down from the field, so.
14:47 left here in the fourth quarter. Cobras get into the end zone. They cut the Rams lead to 30-24. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
14:47 left here in this game. Cobras with a 69-yard touchdown pass. Slap Thompson hitting Matt Wise in stride. He does the rest of the work and goes all the way to the end zone. Cobras now have to kick off, and kickoff game has not been great for the Cobras tonight, so this becoming a very important play in itself.
Absolutely. Get it out of there. And I'll tell you right now, they are way up. He should be able to kick that over their heads. I would love to see that.
So some excitement here in Lakewood. We have a game here, Coach.
Boom this ball. Boom it right between them.
Cobras have scored 14 unanswered points here in the second half. Excuse me. Nope, 7. Excuse me. All right, so nonetheless, Ben Lyons going to kick off. And he's going to get this one. It's going to keep it on the ground. It's going to be fielded at the 44. Brought out to midfield and into Cobras territory at the 48-yard line. I believe, I'm not sure if that was going to be Juwan Hundley or Cam McCauley if they were on the far side. Hard to see the name. I'm told it's Hundley.
Don't get that. Don't get it. Even if you pooch it over that line. They were so far up, and I know he could kick that into the end zone. Kick it over their head, make them run after it.
Yeah, it hasn't been great tonight here as Lions try to get this ball back from the Rams sideline. So the Rams will start off with good field position in Cobra territory at the 48, maybe. Well, we'll see where we're going to move here as the officials. All right, they're going to mark it on the wrong side of the 47-yard line. There we go. We'll fix that. And 14:42 left here in the game. And as they say, Coach, we got a game.
Oh, we got a game right now. And I'll tell you what, I think the Rams are a little shocked that they've let them back into the game. So Cobras got to be very, very careful here.
So 1st and 10 for the Rams. 14:42 left here in this game. Rams up 30-24. Anglin in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Back to pass angle. We got a flag on the play. Fires over the middle. Caught at the 30. Aaron Hunter inside the 25, 20, and upended near the 21-yard line. But hold the phones. We have a flag on the play. And this call may be against the Cobras, which I'm sure will be declined.
Somebody lined up off sides.
All right, so the Rams now with a first down.
I think it was Donovan Mormon. If he is in there, it's Mormon. I thought he was a little close because I was looking right down the line, and that wasn't good.
So ball now marked at the 16. It'll be on the left hash mark. 14:23 left. Clock continuing to run here. Fourth quarter here in Lakewood. Week 7 of the PAFL. Anglin in the shotgun. Edwards to his left. Twin receivers to each side. That'll be Deshaun Evans on the outside to the right. Handoff to the right side. Some room to run. It's going to be upended and tripped. Flag on the play. Abe Taylor with that long reach. Grabs an ankle, but we have a flag on the play. Holding coming up against the Rams. 14:02 left here, fourth quarter. And then will they accept the penalty?
Yes.
And Coach Adam Rogerson says, yeah, take them back.
Heck yeah. Keep backing them up.
For the Rams, though, it just gives them a lot of room to work here. Of course, they have, with Anglin here, they've been able to extend those plays again, get big chunks of yards.
Well, they got to spy him. They got to keep him inside. Keep him inside. That's all he got to do because he's the single one that's killed them. DBs have been doing their job, so now they got to keep him between them numbers, keep him bottled up, and just keep rushing him. Squeeze him down. Don't give him any alleys.
Rams with a 6-point lead over the home team. Anglin in the shotgun. Edwards to his right. 3 receivers to the right. Back to pass, looking over the middle. Fires out to his left. Has a receiver open, going to overthrow him in the end zone. I believe that was intended for Aaron Hunter. And that's going to be incomplete. They'll bring this one back here. They'll go to second down. Officials calling for the clock to move.
You just got to keep him in that pocket. Squeeze it, though. Don't give him anything around your end. That's when he's dangerous. Otherwise, you X all those runs that he has made. I'll tell you what, Cobras have done a good job, but he's killing them all with his legs.
Yeah, William Anglin has created a lot of time here. We thought this would be a faster-moving game with the way he plays because he sits back there quite a bit. So he'll go with an empty backfield this time. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Working off the left hash mark again. 12:50 left here, fourth quarter. Anglin waiting for the snap. Federer showing some pressure. Back to pass is Anglin. Looking out to his left. Fires over the middle. And he's going to overthrow his receiver. And that will bring up third down for the Rams. Clock will stop briefly with 12:37 left here. Clock should continue to run.
Obviously, it's 2-down territory. No doubt.
No kicker for the Rams this week, obviously. They have not gone for an extra point or a field goal. As we have a little bit of a pause here, they'll place the ball back at the 26. Cobras trying to pick up a win over a 3A team. That'd be a great thing for them here as they've continued to get better here in this 2025 season.
I'll tell you what, they're playing them good.
We talked about peaking at the right time.
Yeah, exactly. Pre-game, that's what we talked about.
So Anglin now in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. Twins to his left. Low snap. No problem. He'll pick it back up, taking himself to the outside. Under pressure. He'll get some room to run. And there goes Anglin again to the outside. He'll get to the 10 and out of bounds. He had to get to the 7-yard line for a first down.
I don't think he got there.
We'll see where they're going to mark it. So, all right, trying to see where our umpire's going to put the ball here.
4th down.
All right, so at the 10-yard line, no kicker for the Rams. They're going to go for it.
They got it set. It looks like maybe the 11-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to mark it right at the 10.
Oh, okay.
There's a shadow there. From our angle, hard to see.
Yeah.
So here 4th down, we'll call it 4th and 5. As Anglin will go with an empty backfield again. He'll go same formation, twin receivers to his left, 3 to his right.
He's going to roll. I guarantee he's rolling left.
Evans going to be on the outside to the right of Anglin. We'll keep an eye on him. Hundley in the slot to his left. Back to pass. And he's going to be chased down. Some room to run. And he's going to get at least a first down at the 5-yard line.
Yep.
And they'll move the sticks. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Rams at the 5. 10:52 left here, 4th quarter.
Wow.
And that has been the Achilles heel all night for the Cleveland Cobras. Great pressure being put on by the defense, but got to finish.
They can't catch him. He's lightning fast.
So 30-24 is your score. Rams knocking on the door, though.
And he is absolutely in the huddle, spent.
And looks like Cobras are going to take a timeout. 10:23 left here, 4th quarter. Rams with a 30-24 lead. We'll step aside for a break. You're listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. We're back right after this.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
10:23 left here, 4th quarter. 1st and goal for the Cleveland Rams at the Cobra 5-yard line. Rams in a 1st and 20 at one point. But Anglin working his way down near the goal line. Made a smart play too, Coach. Went down inbounds on his butt with the first down.
Yep.
So smart play by William Anglin. Single receiver to the near side. Looks like that's going to be Cam McCauley to his right, if I'm not mistaken. Back to pass. Under pressure. Picorni chasing him down.
Boy.
Has some room out here in the corner. Drops the ball. And it's going to be covered up. The Cobras have it. I believe we're going to have a flag here. Fortson with some post-play activity. But who has the ball? I think that's what we need to pay attention to. Gaddy's on the pile, and it looks like Abe Taylor may have it. But it's going to be hard to say. We haven't got an indication from the officials yet. And Tamir Stevens says it's Cobra's ball. The offense is going on the field, and without a signal, we're going to assume that that's going to be Cobra's ball.
There it is.
And a big turnover by the Cobra defense keeps them in it. 10-13 left here in the game. And again, you talked about the way that Engel was carrying that ball, and I don't believe anybody touched him on that.
No, that's the second time I watched him just drop it.
So again, some basic fundamentals there, Coach. And I think at that point he could have just committed, tucked that ball away, and maybe even gotten into the end zone.
I think he would have. Here's the problem: you got the whole sidelines down on the field for them, and we're just trying to make changes here.
So Cleveland will have the ball first and 10. Excuse me, the Cobras will have the ball first and 10. I've only done this for 4 quarters. As the Battle of Cleveland continues here. Great game here so far. 30-24 is the Rams' lead.
And now we have coaches in the middle of the field with the officials. Unbelievable.
So they will mark the ball at the 5. Cobras. Actually, they're going to move the ball forward here. We saw the flag. Now they're going to mark it at the 8. The 5 was the original line of scrimmage on the previous play. They're going to say the ball's at the 8. We saw a flag go, but I don't see any enforcement. I saw Kev Fortson kind of involved in something, but so I can't say for sure what the officials are thinking. But nonetheless, we do know one thing. It's going to be Cobra's ball. Head coach Adam Rogerson kind of coming out to the numbers here, and he may need to go back to the sideline. He wants to talk to one of the officials. All right, so first and 10 for the Cobras. Thompson remaining in the shotgun. TJ Johnson to his right. 3 receivers to the right of the Cobra signal caller. They'll work from the left hash mark. 10-13 left here in the game. Thompson with the handoff to Johnson. He'll move upfield. He'll get some room to run. And he'll twist and turn down to the 16. So that's going to be enough. Well, looks like just short of a first down here, Coach.
I'll tell you right now, run the ball. Run the ball.
All right, so they're going to mark this at the 17. They got to get to the 19 for a first down. Where's it, the 18? Hard to tell from our angle here with the lighting now.
I would just keep running the ball. If you're getting yardage and you keep getting, second and short, run the ball. Don't get greedy. Keep them away from keep the ball out of their hands.
So gain of 8 on the play, 2nd and 2. With Johnson still to the right of Thompson in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right. 4-man front for the Rams, showing pressure. Harlan Page right in the middle of that. Thompson with the snap. They probably heard you, Coach. He'll get to the line here. He'll get to the line of scrimmage. No more than that. With just about 9:05 left here, 4th quarter. So third and 2 now.
3rd and 2. Okay, got to be careful down here.
Clock continues to run. 8:53 left here, 4th quarter. We've been fortunate here tonight weather-wise. Thought there was going to be a little rain that was going to move in, but we've done well. Hopefully we will get this game in before anything starts to fall.
Got to get a first down here, Jim. We have to have a first down.
So Robinson now in at running back to the right of Thompson. D'Angelo Thompson, the single receiver to the left side. Hard count by Slap Thompson. Hand off to Robinson upfield, and he's going to get the first down at the 24-yard line. He'll lose his helmet, but he'll gain a first down.
There we go. That's what they need. They needed that first down. Hold on to that pill. Do not let it go. Just keep running the ball. Get that clock down. You got plenty of time. 8:15 right now. You got a first down, and you're approximately, about 75 yards away from a touchdown.
So the Cobras not in any rush. Almost like they're playing off right off Coach's script. So Thompson and Wise, the receiver, that'd be Tufts to the right. They'll also send out Tyree Knight. Matt Wise, single receiver to the left. He'll be one-on-one with Craig Williams. Slap Thompson waiting for the snap. Maybe trying the hard count. Good snap back to pass. Fires down the sideline looking for Matt Wise. And it's going to be incomplete. And the Cobra sideline looking for a flag. They will say no call. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cobras. And a little bit of contact there, Coach, but I can't say that I don't know if that would be that might be a good no call.
Yeah, I mean, they were both battling, but I don't know. They're letting them play. I'll give them that. Letting them play.
Yeah, and looking back here, and we have a little bit of a delay on one of our screens here. Probably going to say a good no call.
Okay.
And we're bringing up that 2nd and 10. But had they called it, I probably couldn't have argued it.
Could have went either way.
Was that a good political answer?
Yeah, plus I think it was a little bit long anyway, to be honest with you.
The answer or the pass?
Well, the pass was a little long, but your answer was, well, we can't say that on radio. It's
all right.
Bullpucky, but that's okay.
That looks like Gaddy to the left of Thompson this time in the backfield. Back to pass. Quick pass over the middle. It's going to be caught on the slant. And this time he'll fight his way to the 34-yard line. That slant play there again as D'Angelo Thompson makes the catch, and that's a first down for Cleveland, for the Cobras. 6:40 left here, fourth quarter. Cobras trail by 6.
I want to tell you what, the Rams are their chins dragging on the ground. They're wore out. They're tired up front. And Cleveland looks they were rejuvenated with those 2 touchdowns. 6:27, plenty of time. Don't panic. Just get up there and do your job. Let's get some yardage here. Control this fourth quarter, go down and win the game.
So 3 receivers to the right of Thompson. Single receiver to the near side. It'll be Craig Williams one-on-one with Matt Wise. TJ Johnson back in at running back for the Cobras. Hard count by Thompson. 3-step drop, pump fake. Fires out to Thompson in the flat. He's going to drop it incomplete. Had a little bit of room to run there and just couldn't hold on to it. He looked downfield and had Jeremiah Drake coming at him, the middle linebacker.
You took a peek, Jim. You don't take a peek. You keep your eye on that pill when it's coming to you.
Under 6 minutes to play here, Coach, as somebody's car alarm's going off. It's chaos tonight here in Lakewood, but a much better game than we thought we would have when the Cobras were trailing 30-10. So 14 unanswered points scored by the Cobras.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Taking a lot of time. Keep your eye on the officials. I haven't seen them throw a hand up yet.
Tufts and Knight. Going to be 2 of the 3 receivers out to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Craig Williams on coverage. One-on-one for the Rams. Thompson waiting for the snap. Hands it to Johnson. Johnson fighting his way forward. Gets down near the 38-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and maybe about 5, give or take. And we have under 5 minutes to play here in Lakewood.
And unfortunately, right now, it's 2 down territory. Even though it's just under 5 minutes to go, you got to keep it out of their hands. Because they drove all the way down the field, so you have got to get a score. You got to get a first down here. It's just, you have to.
So 3 receivers to the right of Thompson. TJ Johnson there at running back. Single receiver to the near side. 1 high safety for the Rams. Thompson waiting for the snap. 4:25 left. Quick pass. Trying to sidearm it out into the flats. Trying to get it to Tyree Knight. But that was going to be well covered by Chris Frazier. And the clock stops with 4:20 left here, fourth quarter. And a 4th down coming up for the home team.
Got to get a first here.
I'm not going to say it's going to be the end of the night for the Cobras, but
yeah,
it's going to be. You're going to have to have very good clock management to get this back, because you're going to snap this ball probably with about 3:50 left.
But you got 5 yards. You got to get a first down. It is a must. You get a first down.
So Thompson in the shotgun. 3:56 left. Let's see if I'm right about that time. 3:51, and the ball. Thompson with the hard count, trying to draw the Rams off. Going to take his time. He's going to have to watch that back, Judge, as the play clock has to be winding down here. Thompson with the snap, back to pass. Fires on the slant, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for D'Angelo Thompson, and it's going to be a turnover and down. The Rams will take over with 3:29 left here. The game not over, Coach, but it's going to make it a little harder for the Cobras.
Yeah, defense has really got to get it stepped up here, because 3:29, I mean, they really got to get they got to hold them here, because they go 4 downs.
Well, this is when you want your best players on the field. 3.5 minutes left in the game. Cobras trail 30-24. And here's the thing. Great game tonight here, Coach.
Oh,
I'll tell you right now, both sides have done some really good things and taken advantage of the other.
And I saw no sloppy. This has been good football. Other than some of the John and the coming across the field, but that's just how it goes in these leagues.
Well, crosstown rivalry, which has been pretty good here so far. 3.5 left. Ball marked at the Cobra 39-yard. Excuse me, that's correct, 39-yard line. I'll get my math right. As Anglin will be in the shotgun. Twin receivers to his right and left. Eddie Edwards to his right, the former Cobra. Hunley will be the outside receiver. Ball on the ground. And Anglin.
Oh, my Lord.
And the ball actually get picked up by Edwards. And he'll fight his way down to the 30-yard line. What could have been a catastrophe for the Rams. Ends up being a positive play.
A good positive play.
And I'm not sure even the Cobras were ready for that one, but it's going to be second down and just about 3.
That was a smart play. He just saw that on the ground, and he picked it up and got what he can get. I mean, he got 7 yards on that. Beautiful.
Head north, young man. Head north.
That's no lie.
So second down now, just under 3 minutes to play here. And what has been a fun game. If you've paid to get in, you've gotten your money's worth here tonight as the clock hits 2:48. And Anglin now going to watch the clock, and he will watch the back judge as well.
I hope somebody's counting. That would be good.
Second down now. Assume they're going to hand this one off. Edwards going to get the first down, and that should make it all but academic with 2.5 minutes left. But take nothing away from either side tonight. A great rivalry game here at Lakewood.
Great football game.
So both teams, a lot to be proud of here. And certainly you hate to see that anybody has to lose, but a well-played game here so far with just 2:05 left here. We'll hit the 2-minute warning. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. And actually, the Rams going to take a timeout with 2:03 left. All right, we'll keep it right here before the 2-minute warning. So, interesting call.
But I think they called the timeout earlier. So I'm confused. So I guess it don't matter.
Yeah, we didn't keep very good track of the timeouts here for either team.
Well,
so this is, again, a great Saturday night matchup here in the PAFL Week 7 as both teams battle back and forth. Both teams have had their moments here, Coach. It was a lot of the Rams there in the first half and all Cobras here in the second half. And kind of you got the feeling that whoever had the ball last was going to be the one to win.
Yeah, that is true. And I'll tell you what, win or lose, they have nothing to be ashamed about. What they did in the first few games that they played, they have completely turned around. They played this team to the end and played them hard. And I didn't think first half, they probably thought we got this so easy. And, boy, they saw what mistakes can do. Fumbles were killing them.
Well, 3 seconds left on here. We'll start the clock, and then I believe we'll hit the 2-minute warning. But take a look at some of the schedules here. The Rams with a 32-0 win over the Erie Express. They lose to the Michigan Hurricanes 14-6. Handoff there, and that'll give us the 2-minute warning. And then you take a look at the Columbus. They get the 12-0 win over the Columbus Fire, and that's a big win for anybody when you take on the Columbus Fire. And usually the Fire, whether they're at home or away, that's a win to brag about. That's a tough program down there. It's a long-running program. But for the Cobras, you got to be happy with the performance, other than the fact right now you're down by 6 with 2 minutes left.
It's still, Jim, I'll tell you what, they've fought so hard. They've come such a long way. We really, at first couple of games, we questioned and said, wow, I mean, missing some key opponents or pieces, and it's just man, I'll tell you what, they just didn't look real strong coming out. But as it progressed, they got better and better. So here we go.
So coming out of the 2-minute warning, Anglin in the shotgun, one running back to his right. One more score from around the area. The Steel City Bobcats get the 42-0 win over the Tri-County Rams. That was Rams from the Pennsylvania area. Hand off to Edwards. Edwards can be wrapped up in the backfield.
Engulfed.
But the clock will continue to run. with 1:52 left here. We'll get some whistles. Ambrose Picorni in there disrupting. Couldn't see him. It looked like a host of Cobras, but
I would assume the Cobras are out of timeouts.
Clock continuing to run here. 90 seconds left here in quarter 4 of week 7. Another score from around the area. Erie Express get the 54-12 win over the Mid-Ohio Patriots. The Ohio Broncos with a 40-7 win over the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. We've gotten to see all those teams here this year, Coach. And again, we talked about the parity in PAFL and the 3A, 2A section, and a lot of good things here happening here. And the Rams will take a timeout with 1:06 left here.
Wow.
In the game, and I think they were trying to take it down just to where the clock was going to expire.
Yeah, because you got third down, and you're real close there.
And the Ohio Broncos tonight, 9 takeaways, all interceptions. And hard to win a game.
How would you like to be that quarterback, try to put your head on the pillow tonight? Holy moly.
Yeah, speaking of the Columbus Fire, the aforementioned Columbus Fire, they get the 34-12 win over the Glass City Tigers. And you know what? Sometimes it's just not your night. And I think that's safe to say. If you throw 9 interceptions in a game, the odds of you winning that game, they decrease significantly. Yes. So again, sometimes you have those nights, and we've seen some great players, great quarterback play this year.
This has been, and this game, I'll tell you what, it lived up to it.
Well, so an impressive performance by both teams with 1:06 left here, barring any strangeness, which we do see from time to time here. Rams should be able to run this clock out. They'll start it with 1:06. Send a man in motion from left to right. That'll be Eric Wallace. Anglin looking downfield, get to the outside 30, and he's going to stay inbounds. And the clock will continue to run with 56 seconds left as Lightfoot will need a break here. .40 seconds left here in the game. So first, let's see if they're going to mark the ball at here. We get the 16.
They should just take a knee.
And I believe that is exactly what they're going to do. And
victory.
So much to take away from this game for the Cleveland Cobras, and for a Rams team who, according to the PAFL website, PAFLfootball.com, has only given up 14 points to PAFL teams this season. The Cobras put up 24. You don't like the 30. You don't like the 30 points you gave up, but you had some turnovers. But a lot of positive things to go here as both teams will make their way to midfield for the handshake, and the Rams will get out of Lakewood with a 30-24 win over the Cleveland Cobras.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, great football game. Great football game. Man, I'll tell you what, you got your money's worth. I was glad I was here. It's just good stuff. Yep. Absolutely good stuff.
1 week left here in the regular season as the Cobras will host the Youngstown Patricians next Saturday here in Lakewood. 6:45 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll step aside for a quick timeout here. When we come back, we will wrap it up from Lakewood. You're listening to PAFL Football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and CityView Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem Sports Talk is on the iMedia One Network, Youngstown, Ohio.
Back here in Lakewood one last time as we wrap up Week 7 of the PAFL season. Rams get the 30-24 win over the Cleveland Cobras. Scoring went like this. It started off immediately as the Cleveland Rams would get into the end zone on a 100-yard kickoff return by Deshaun Evans to give the Rams the 8-0 lead. Of course, they converted on the two-pointer. 12:54 left in the first quarter. The Cobras would answer on it as Matt Wise would head to the end zone on a 69-yard touchdown pass. They would go for the extra point. They would still trail the Rams by a score of 8-7. And for a while there, it was all Rams there. 8:03 left of the second quarter. A 3-yard touchdown run by Anglin into the end zone. They get the 2-point conversion. And then at 4:58 of the first quarter, it would be Aaron Hunter on a 26-yard touchdown pass from Anglin as well. Second quarter action, the Cobras with 13:03 left would get a 20-yard field goal out of Ben Lyons. That would cut the lead by 3. And then with 5:03 left, the Rams would get into the end zone on a 7-yard touchdown pass, and they would also convert on that 2-point conversion as well. Third quarter action, it would be D'Angelo Thompson on an 8-yard touchdown pass that would cut the lead for the Rams. And then with 14:47 left in the fourth quarter, Matt Wise, 69 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. That would cut it to 30-24. However, the Cobras would not be able to get into the end zone again. That is your final. The Cobras fall to 3-4. However, this is against a 3A team. Again, I don't know how that's going to play out in terms of playoffs, but they will, we know for sure, wind down the 2025 regular season against the Youngstown Patricians in Lakewood next Saturday, looking to get their second win over the Youngstown team in 3 weeks. And we talked about for the Cobras, a lot of positive here. Everybody played well. Some moments there, some things slipped through their fingers on both sides, but it would be the Rams getting the 6-point win.
Yeah, I tell you what, great football game, great to call. At the end of the game, a lot of handshaking and stuff, as they should, but, you got to understand, this is part of football with the jawing and all that stuff. You just don't hear it in the NFL because you're doing it in front of 80,000 people. So great game, good job by both coaching staffs, clean game, and, you just got to win the last one and hope the best.
Yeah, certainly. In terms of penalties, I thought the Rams did a really good job there. Some key penalties against the Cobras. At least one pass interference that you would call questionable.
Yeah.
But the Cobras with some opportunity at the end can't convert on a fourth down. But certainly, again, we talk about positivity going into the playoffs. You hope that you can get that home game, but it may all come down to Week 8.
Yeah, absolutely. So we shall see. Again, they just got to keep going.
Convert on a fourth down. positive. But another great night here in Lakewood. However, it will take a Week 8 performance by the Cobras to determine where they're certainly going to be in the playoffs. And we will keep an eye on that all week long as we see what the potential matchups could be in that Week 1 scenario as the Cobras look to finish out the regular season at 4-4 in PAFL play. So for the coach Bob Gessler, for Matt Craven, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining me here on Western Reserve Radio and all along the iMedia One network. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday here in Lakewood as the Cobras host the Youngstown Patricians. So your score one last time from Lakewood. It'll be the Cleveland Rams 30, the Cleveland Cobras 24. We will see you all again next week.
Good night, all.
We thank you for joining us for the special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
Do you think they avoid the sweep with Robbie Ray pitching in Toronto, where he was sensational a couple years ago for the Blue Jays?
Just take the under.